Revival House Network.
And don't like the brags, I don't like the boast. They like hot butter on the breakfast toast. Watching flicks, talking chicks, I like to motorboat. Can Riverman make it, yo, a check? Nope. So look at all these movies I got. Commenting like, should we watch them or not? And I know they just be acting for cash, but I still got one question to ask. Like, why'd he do that, do that, do that? If that was me, I'd be like, screw that, screw that, screw that. I'm an alpha, I'd eat through that, through that, through that. So why'd he do that, do that, do that?
What's up, gang? Revival House BTM podcast. Got Zach and Mac, and I'm Aaron, and we're doing something.
Our intro was better.
we're doing something a little different.
This fuckboy will never let us intro the podcast. He'll never let me do it. He's always like, I'll be waiting here for him to start it. He'll be sitting there lollygagging, and I'll just start, hey, welcome to BTM podcast, and then he'll tell me to shut up, and then he'll finally do it. Now it's always like less superior than what I did.
Can we all do it at the same time?
I gotta have it. We should do it like Power Rangers, right? We take turns like morphing, right? Pterodactyl. And we just like do the intro together.
Exactly. We're doing Power Rangers. We're doing Green with Evil. The whole stupid ass fucking 5-part arc. It's gonna be 2 hours of pure fucking autism. Are you ready?
Well, there was debating of like, should we part these out? Should we do it episode by episode, or do we just marathon it? But these are all 18 to 20 minutes long, so it's really not longer than a typical movie would be. But it is a little different for us because we've done shows before, but we've never done like a fucking 5-part miniseries crammed together.
Plus, if you factor in all the fucking, like, you know, camera stuff and all the shots it replays in all these episodes, it's really only like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point too. And we can kind of go over that once we get started here. So we're watching this on Netflix, and I'm fairly confident you guys will be able to watch this for years to come, because I think Power Rangers has been on Netflix for pretty much like 7 years at this point. Ridiculous amount of time. So hopefully it doesn't go off, but so we're on Netflix, Green with Evil. It's a 5-part series. We're going to go get started. Oh, really quick, before we get started.
Season 1, episode 17. He didn't tell you guys that.
Wow, look for it. Sorry. Yeah,
rude
Google Green with
to your
Evil. If
fans.
you're listening to this podcast, I think you would know what Green with Evil, like where it lies. Everybody knows Tommy showed up in the first season, I think.
All right, let's just play it. I got shit to do.
Okay. Wait, Zach's, I feel like delaying it more just to piss Zach off. But anyway, we also have to say that if we're going to roll into the next episode, we're not really going to bullshit. Once it ends, we'll give everybody a chance to queue up, I guess. We'll do another like small countdown. And I think we're going to watch the intro for each episode too, just so it doesn't create more confusion with syncing for anybody that does want to follow along. But anyway, we're going to get started. Episode 1 of the fucking Green with Evil. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, hell yeah. Fucking, here's a fun fact right out of the gate. You ready for this?
Yeah, always.
This was copied.
Haim Saban founded Power Rangers after stumbling onto Super Hentai while in a Japanese hotel because there was nothing else to watch. That's great. I wish I could just discover something by finding, another movie that's already made. Hey, I discovered Bill and Ted. I am now the creator of this.
Another fun fact.
It's kind of it's the same. It's the same lot. It's like Christopher Columbus, which is with today, like all the Columbus, it's coming down. Like they're taking down the statues. You know what? I think a good way to make both sides happy is to just rebuild it as the real Christopher Columbus, the director of Adventures of Babysitting.
Well, you're talking about statues that are pertaining to the Civil War. You're talking about Native Americans and Christopher Columbus. It's two different things.
Yeah, but the guy,
because God knows nobody. Listen.
It's kind of the same.
Listen. No, because clearly nobody gives a shit about Native Americans right now.
Dude, he created Adventures of Babysitting. That's so much better than anything Columbus did.
But guess what? His name is pronounced Haim. It's not Haim.
That's amazing.
He's very Jewish. It's Haim.
Haim.
Look, Haim.
Haim.
He's like fucking Kimberly's hymen. I just want to bust it with my cock.
Yeah. Oh, so hey, really quick though. So Zach, you're shitting on this a lot, but I know you were into the Power Rangers hype. You were about it, right?
Of course I was. I was fucking stupid. I was into all the dumb shit.
But you never know, because it only takes a year or two in age difference for someone to totally miss the boat on a certain craze, right? And I was the right age Power Rangers premiered in 1993. So I was I was 6 going on 7. So I was peak demo. So what about you guys? I remember really quick when this first aired. I don't know. I didn't even realize there was any hype around it, but it just came on TV. I'm pretty sure I saw ads for it that whole week or whatever. And I watched it. And then that following Monday, when everybody kind of returned to school, every kid had seen it in the 2nd grade. And everybody was playing on the blacktop Power Rangers. And everybody was fighting over being the Red Ranger or Goldar or something. But
So gay.
Dude, I was all about it. I was all about playing ninjas and shit.
We were all so gay. Like, fucking people talk about, like, oh, Disney, they're so cool. Or they're making a gay character in this one scene that they can cut out of the Chinese version. We were all gay back then. We were all watching Power Rangers.
Man, but you didn't go to and play pretend and play fucking ninjas and go in the woods and play Mortal Kombat. Dude, I used to go into the woods, or sometimes I'd be at school and we'd pretend to be Mortal Kombat characters and we'd like ninja fight. We'd grab a stick or something, and yeah, I mean, it sounds like we were a bunch of gay lords now talking like adults.
That's even gayer than Power Rangers.
But it was fun, man. And Mac and I were having a private discussion a couple days ago about all the old school Mortal Kombat action figures. The different kids would bring their toys to school and we'd all kind of like share, like, okay, well, you know, this kid brought his Mortal Kombat figures because he had those like G.I. Joe style MK figures. He had the 2-pack, that Johnny Cage and Goro. And, I'd bring a couple of my I didn't have any Mortal Kombat figures back then, but I had so many Power Ranger toys though. But I miss those days, man.
Dude, I used to trade like toys to my friends. Like, I remember I had a Mortal Kombat Trilogy strategy guide book that I traded for this book that had Chucky on the front of it, just because it had a doll that looked like Chucky.
That was big too, is the strategy guides. We used to do that as well. And I don't know. I used to have both Mortal Kombat Trilogy guides. There was the Prima, is that one of them? And there was the 2 big brands that were producing strategy guides.
Premature ejaculation?
Yeah, Premature Ejaculate, and then fucking whatever. No, but I had both of them. One of them was better than the other.
Wasn't one of them like Power or something?
I don't know. I just remember like the Prima games. I think the Prima games one was a little wider and a little thinner.
Girthy.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Wider as far as like dimensions and like less page count. And it was
Here's our boys.
the paper was more of a matte paper. And then I had the one that was better and it was glossy. It was
a moon pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great incel story, Aaron, but we're missing Bulk and Skull. They're on screen.
Hey, that kind of looks like Aaron. Tommy kind of looks like Aaron right there with long hair.
This is actually the first acting credit of Meatloaf. He's really good in this.
He's
Aaron, what are you doing to Bulk and Skull, man?
Dude,
chill out.
Dude, if you're calling me Tommy Oliver the Green Ranger, I'll take that as a compliment. He was the shit growing up, man.
Tommy's a fucking cuck.
Jason's the cuck, man. He let Tommy move in on his girl and his fucking Power Rangers team and take over as the most popular.
Jason's the fucking ultimate alpha. He knew this show was fucking gay. He wanted to get the fuck out of there. I don't want to be the fucking leader.
Speaking of Jason and gay, do you guys remember that like rumor that was going around that he was in gay porn? But it was like somebody found a screenshot of a gay porn actor that just kind of resembled his like buff gay brother or something. And it was circulating like in the MySpace days. And everybody was running with that.
See, me and Jason, we had a good meeting at one point. He just doesn't want to admit he's gay. I fucked the shit out of him.
Well, I mean, clearly that if anybody was following, he was kind of off the grid, Austin St. John, back in the MySpace days. But really, I think during those days, he was an EMT in like DC, and he had put on a lot of weight. Like he clearly wasn't that gay guy.
He still has. He's still a little beefy.
Yeah, he's a little chubby. But
hey. Guess how many times we're going to see this same footage throughout this episode?
At least 20 times.
Probably 1 million.
It's amazing. See, that's how you know the show's so good. They just show us multiple parts over and over again because they're so good. And
you know what's funny, though, about the splicing of the Japanese footage and the newly recorded shit in America is it's kind of like I knew it, I acknowledged it, but I didn't really think about it.
These putties are fucking dope. That's what they sound like when they're gargling on my cock. The cucks.
We should troll ultimate level and just do the whole commentary as putties. Like.
Oh yeah, that was a good time. And then
Not gonna sound like turkeys.
I want one of those masks though. The putty
they're
masks.
dope. That and the foot soldiers were the shit. They're kind of like the fucking. They kind of look like the foot soldiers, baby.
They are kind of reminiscent.
They're just gray.
Exactly. You think Tommy ever sucked that putty cock?
Isn't it kind of funny how they have like these Velcro fucking in the back, like it's like they clearly Velcroed the back of the suit up.
It's fucking space technology. Fucking Rita's got the best technology.
Damn, that was a sick ass kunlao throw.
You can't waste your time fucking tying pants and shit and zipping shit. That's stupid. In space, every fucking moment is critical.
What the fuck was that?
You know what though? I think this is true. I think this is how I remember the story correctly. There was kind of a rift supposedly. Because this is episode 17? So Power Rangers had already blown up. It had 16 episodes where it became a total phenom, and it was all about the principal 5 Rangers.
So why were they shooting the first season and airing the first season and shooting new episodes of the first season while they airing episodes of the first season? Well, how the fuck did it work back then?
I don't know, but that's clearly an American Rita. Like, that looks like new footage, doesn't it? Like, they're hiding her. That's not...
I don't know.
Well, so starting in season 2, they ditched all that Japanese footage because Super Sentai in Japan, as most people that are watching this know, changed every single year. And the actual Power Rangers was such a huge phenomenon that it's like, we can't just fucking ditch this and move on right now while it's hot.
Oh, look, we're seeing that footage again. I'm surprised.
Look, she came all over him.
He's covered in cummies.
I know. It looks like a bukkake gun. Yeah.
Oh, watch when he sets up. It's just the Japanese actor. They didn't even try reshooting it. Look at him.
That's so funny.
So shitty.
Look at that Japanese haircut. Yeah.
That's so shitty. It's like Jason whenever he wakes up and the maggot falls off his face, even though he's laying down in part 6. He grew his hair.
That looks totally like the guy we just saw.
Hell yeah.
But no, like I was saying, Super Sentai, they change it every single year and the Rangers become different. But they didn't want to like...
They look like action figures.
I mean, this is literally the intro of the show.
I know. It's so cringe.
Rip.
But it fucking hit all the right buttons back in the day.
I know, we're stupid.
But let me finish what I was saying, though, because it normally changed every year in Super Sentai. They had already moved on, so they ran out of footage.
He pretty much just told him to go fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
Take this time to recharge, you little shit.
Season 2, they started actually ditching the Japanese footage, except for fight scenes, I think. But there was no more Rita shit, right? Because they had moved on from that story arc. So that's why they got that Latina to play Rita. That's why they had to write in that
Latina Rita.
Well, when she became young and she married Zed, Zed was created in-house, I believe, and then they came up with that whole fucking love story, love potion arc where, Rita got a bunch of plastic surgery or whatever, and she became all young. It's because they didn't have that old bitch from Japan anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that flashlight? He just pulled out a flashlight.
He uploaded a virus into Alpha by putting a disc in, like, a little opening in his back.
And then he fucking unplugged him. Makes no sense.
Isn't that why would you have that weakness installed in your back where someone can just upload a virus and put a disc in you?
Exactly. And
why would you have to unplug him though?
Listen to the way he talks though. He's like,
yeah, it's
I'm
over
coming
the top.
after you. He does the anime laugh after everything.
No,
Zach, I have to ask you: did you watch this in preparation?
I tried and I couldn't make it through it, so I watched like the first 3 episodes.
That's quite a bit.
Help me.
Please stop.
How's come Zordon looks like the fucking guy that plays Bulk? Like they just had him do it again.
I always thought that. I always thought they were the same actor at times. I mean, if it wasn't for the opening credits where it clearly separates them as different actors, I always thought they looked alike.
I never read that shit. Why would you?
Anyway, man.
You're watching Power Rangers. You're trying to fucking, hone your alpha skills. Why would you want to do something gay like Reed? This is Power Rangers.
Anyway, the story of the Green Ranger is, so he appears here now in episode 17, and there was a lot of drama apparently because 16 episodes in Power Rangers is already a phenomenon. Like if you remember, they already had the marketing, the coloring books, everything, and the Green Ranger was nowhere to be found. That early market, even the video game that came out on the Super Nintendo that Christmas, it predated this episode. Like all this shit happened in the first 16 episodes and there was no breathing a word of Tommy. Then Tommy just seemingly comes out of nowhere and apparently it rubbed someone like Austin St. John the wrong way, and because he was kind of stealing his thunder because he was all of a sudden super popular. But the fact is, it's not like it was this new floozy coming in and stealing thunder. He was written in the whole time, like from the beginning, like this guy was going to be introduced. Clearly he was, because they had the Japanese footage of this Green Ranger, right? Mm-hmm. So why did these guys act like so surprised that this guy came? Is it because it became popular?
He was supposed to show up and die or something.
Yeah, that's right. It's because he stuck around. That's fucking right.
They only kept him around because he was so big, and all of his footage is just reused from like these 4 or 5 fucking Sentai episodes.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So I could see that making sense too, and that explains why none of the early marketing material had him, none of the coloring books, none of that, because he was just meant to be a villain. And I could see it playing out that way too. I mean, if he really died at the end of the 5th part, him just being like the evil ranger, it would have been just like Slash on the Ninja Turtles, right? The evil turtle or something, and he's just a villain that kind of here today, gone tomorrow. But Herbie the Love Bug, that's the dumbest invent. Did Billy invent that? Are we supposed to believe he invented this?
Is this Kirby?
Oh, it's super cool. Like, what do you mean it's not cool?
That looks like that was some Wii-Sing effect.
That was the last time you saw that.
That was amazing. That was the best effect in the show so far.
Look at that cock on it.
Exactly, it's like the Tin Man.
But you're right, though, guys. That's why they felt slighted, because it's like, hey, change of plans. This guy's real hot, and we're going to keep him around. And not only that, we're going to give him uber fucking leader status in the 2nd season coming up. That's right.
And then how could you not get annoyed by him? He's always talking like this. Ha ha ha. Yeah. It's like, fucking shut up.
Yeah.
When they morph, they all do.
All right, Tommy. They all kind of do, yeah.
Did you guys know Ernie was originally going to be Zordon in disguise, watching over the Rangers from the juice bar?
Is that for real?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Apparently.
Dude, when they when they make those smoothies, I always wanted one.
Do they actually fucking drink smoothies in this? Like, they're always hanging out.
They always go to that place and have they all have like their color of a smoothie or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, isn't it funny that they're always wearing the color that they are of the Ranger, and then they're fucking surprised when Tommy is the Green Ranger? Oh, that guy that's always wearing green is the Green Ranger, just like me, who always wears red? I'm surprised. Fucking idiots.
More importantly, though,
this show made it look cool to be fucking stupid. That's the downfall of our entire generation, I think.
I think the weirder thing is, if this Rita Repulsa is so hell-bent on conquering the world, they all are about conquering the world, why do they continuously keep sending a monster to Angel Grove?
Exactly.
Why Angel Grove? I mean, like...
the place where the Power Rangers are, that keep foiling your plan. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, it just doesn't really make any sense. Like, why is that the key?
We've seen that guy do that stupid ass fucking swaying his arms around 8 times so far in this episode.
And once again, with the reused footage, though, it's something that, yeah, I guess I noticed when I was a kid, but I never really thought about it. I was just so ADD with the action going on. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, I don't care. The putty shit's probably been reused over and over and over and over and over again. Like all this shit.
Mm-hmm. Every time they form the big Zord, every time
they're standing in front of a mountain, no matter where they're at in the show.
Exactly. See, imagine this show going now when they can use green screen. They can literally fucking everything can just be punched in, and you can change the background even.
Yeah, when you consider all these loading times, right here, let's do the morphing sequence, let's do the Megazord forming together. How much of it is original content each episode? It's just,
why is there a volcano by them? I'm really confused.
Exactly.
Yeah, this isn't Japan at all.
Well, it's one of those shows that could really benefit from fucking having that Netflix ability to watch the show at 2 times speed. Yeah,
really. I mean, the only thing that's unique about it is the little the intro of every episode where they're, the Saved by the Bell arc of every episode.
Yeah.
There's that little bit, and then there's the fucking end where they're all like, wow, so we did good, guys. Yeah, until next time. Dun, 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 that whole bullshit. Yeah, it's funny. I never noticed this either, man, but it's like when they're fighting the monsters in Megazord form, why does it clearly look like Japan? This looks nothing like Angel Grove, which I assume is California.
They look like toys when they're just sitting there.
Amazing.
It's great.
Did you guys know in the original Japanese footage, the Yellow Ranger was male, and that's why the Pink Ranger has a skirt, but not the Yellow Ranger?
Yeah, and the Yellow Ranger has a cock.
Oh, fucking amazing.
You can clearly see his bulge, yeah.
See, that's what I want, Trini.
It's probably because she died then.
Yeah, no. She died after the show was done.
I shouldn't say that.
It's been long enough, dude. Come on.
See, I need Trini because she's got a cock and she's a hell yeah.
She's hot.
Do you know how to pronounce her real name? I didn't know for the longest time until about probably a handful of years ago. But do you know how to pronounce her name?
I mean, they just say her name a bunch.
The real actress's name, he means.
The real actress, yeah.
I don't know.
You know, it's Thuy Trang. How do you pronounce that first name?
Wrong.
Thoy?
I used to always think it was Thuy Trang, but it's Tui.
Tui.
Like banjo Tui.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Let's see if we can look at that Yellow Ranger dick.
Oh, shit.
You're finished, motherfuckers. Come here. Ah!
You think they just had him sit on a shitter while he's overdubbing?
Holy shit, your Yellow Ranger has a cock.
Well, and also, I always wondered, and I think it's been addressed in recent times with Jason David Frank, because he hits the con circuits hardcore right now, but...
He's got people trying to fucking kill him at the cons.
Well, we'll get into that. But why did the Japanese Green Ranger shield look awesome, more awesome, and then in America, as rich as Haim Saban is, he's a billionaire, why do they have that shitty fucking sewn up cotton-filled fucking shitty shield that doesn't look intimidating at all? And they just went with it like we're a bunch of idiots. Stupid kids.
Because we are a bunch of idiots.
Oh, that shit was dope. Look at that disc that just flew at him.
He just fucking, he gave him the power of the CD-ROM.
I think maybe he was asked that question and he answered. I think he said that, they didn't have it available. They tried to have it shipped to him, but I guess it wasn't around anymore. And I'm like, so what? Have another one built. Fucking have someone make a new one. Like, what? Are you guys really this fucking shitty cheap?
It all went up his nose. That's what I'd be doing with all this money I'm getting from this stupid-ass show.
So is this the same? What if the same guy that plays Alpha is the same guy that played the Walking Chucky?
See, yeah, we need an Alpha versus fucking Chucky versus Johnny 5 versus J5, like a fucking whole Robot Universe team-up movie.
Oh, the remake Chucky? Okay.
It'd be amazing. Who do you think would win, J5?
J5. I watched that for the first time in quite a few years, in some months back.
It's a 9 out of 10.
No, it's definitely not. But hey, really quick, did you guys? I mean, I don't know if you ever noticed or not, but Zach is missing a finger. He's missing his ring finger. I think it's either his middle or his ring finger.
Exactly. See, I noticed that earlier too. I'm the only one on the show that has real street cred because my name could be a white or black guy. See, I'm fucking gangster as fuck, and I'm better than both of you. Not
true, bro. If you guys go on something like Facebook and you type in my full name, Aaron Lipscomb, you're gonna have to wade through about 30 pages of like black guys, and then maybe
there's no cool black guy named Aaron.
But I'm just saying,
especially if you put it in porn.
Exactly.
And then Aaron, of course, is also traditionally like a Jewish name too. I've gotten that too. Like, are you Jewish? Like, no, it's just, us weird white fucking people. We just take all kinds of fucking Hebrew names out of the Bible and, whatever.
Did you see him take that volcano to the mouth?
I did. Hey, so that's already the end of episode 1. It's moving pretty fast.
Amazing.
It's because we have it at 2.5 speed. The credits fucking flying.
No, we don't.
They're like, we don't want to fucking let people see this shit. Just skip it.
But they would do that to like crunch time. I could tell because not every episode is equally long, but they have to fit it within that time slot. They're like, okay, well.
Oh, look at that fucking White Ranger, baby.
All right, so we need to stop and we need to. So it skips the intro when it just rolls.
Nope, just rewind it.
Okay.
Oh, so we're going back?
I guess so. So because we want to make it not confusing for everybody, rewind it. Now we're going to start episode 2 in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, hell yeah. See, we watched so much of this shit already over and over. We're going to watch the fucking opening again.
Dude, this opening got me hard as a kid.
So yeah, a funny fact is they took this from Japan, guys.
Exactly.
Can we just say everything we said before?
Exactly.
Oh shit, they're the color that they're supposed to be.
Hey, did you ever notice he says, give me teenagers with attitude? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, why would you want a bunch of kids to do...
You think Saban is behind all of the...
He was doing a Harvey Weinstein on these kids?
Were they trying to rip off NWA, though? Teenagers with attitude?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Alpha, give me teenagers with that...
Why do they need to have attitude? These kids are fucking lame.
I need Alpha. Alpha, seek out a bunch of young kids with big dicks for me.
Nobody knows, but Billy was the Omega.
He was.
Look at that fake-ass Ranger figure on top of the Zord.
Holy shit.
I love Zach, too. Zach was pretty dope.
I never even noticed that.
I think my favorite episode was with the pig.
Wait, so you never noticed that Green Ranger action figure on top of the Dragon Sword head?
No.
it looks plastic as fuck, and it looks like it's an actual like peripheral or whatever appendage on the Zord, but no, it's supposed to be him standing on top of it.
Now, what were you saying, Mac? What's your favorite fucking Power Ranger?
I used to love Billy, and then I went to Zach.
Billy's the ultimate fucking guy. We know Billy.
Billy Zane.
Billy's our boy. Actually, Billy used to get fucking made fun of by the crew for being gay. And I'm thinking like, motherfucker, you're all working on Power Rangers. You're all fucking gay. Holy shit.
Yeah, fuck them.
Well, and I don't, he was always sort of vague about it. But he kind of alluded to like maybe even people on the crew. There was apparently a time when he had a rift with Jason David Frank, and I'm not sure if maybe some of that was going his way, from Jason David Frank. I know he said the crew and stuff, but I never could understand their rift. So I always thought, well, maybe he had said a couple of immature things.
He probably meant with the guitar, baby.
Anyway, though, Billy, after this, Zach will like this. He went through gay conversion therapy, like Christian, like went to some fucking conversion camp.
See, it was probably fucking Tommy that got him to. He's like a fucking ultra religious guy. Made him think it was all bad for him. Going to hell.
What do they do at Christian conversion camp? Do they sit them all in a room together and make them watch straight porn?
You never watched the South Park episode where Butters goes to because he's bi-curious?
Oh yeah.
Someone hangs himself in the fucking room.
Apparently there are certain denominations that would shock them. Shock therapy.
Yeah, that's not funny, but it's funny.
It's fucking retarded.
Dude, I always loved how they made he was dank. That evil dude was dank. I feel like they should have made him turn good because he was so fucking dank. And like he made all those sick ass putty monsters. And I'm like, man, I wish I could do that.
He got to make all these fucking, monsters out of clay. And it was always the same shot of him making it and it going into the machine. But we never got bored. We never got bored seeing the same fucking shit over and over again. It's amazing.
Did you see the pig on there?
Oh, yeah.
Pudgy pig.
What was your guys' favorite episode? Mine was the pig one. Was that on Zach's?
How the fuck would I remember what my favorite episode?
Zach's what?
No, you know how they all came out? They would have like
home videos.
You would get the different colors.
Yeah, there was always one of the Rangers on the tape, and I always rented the Zach because my name was Zach, and I'm fucking stupid like that.
Oh yeah.
No, hold up. I'm pretty sure Pudgy Pig was Billy. I'm pretty sure he was.
Are you sure? I think I have it, and it's downstairs. I think it's the black one.
Did you see that? You can see the tab on the side of the coin where you could fucking get it out easy for the toy. How fucking stupid. Now, what is this hat Bulk is wearing? I always wanted one. It's fucking amazing. You look like a fucking pimp wearing that hat.
It's a head pounder.
I'm looking up the...
it's the jackhammer.
I'm looking up the tape right now to see if I can find it online just to...
Why? We won't care.
Whose party is it that he smashes? I think it's Zach's party.
Nope, no, hey bro, it's Billy. I'm looking at it right now.
Is it whose party is it though that because I know they have a party for someone and he crashes it.
Here. And I used to have all these
pissing. Are you pissing in a cup, Zach?
Of course he is.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Here, so I used to have all these tapes.
Shit.
I'm putting it in the chat.
Oh, he's going. He's still going. Hold on. Don't hold out on me, buddy. Fill it to the brim. Yep.
He just flooded the cave.
He did. Hey, try to get a hold of that chick, Aaron. Maybe she'll hit up Zach later.
Fill it to the brim. Dude, I shudder to think what Zach's piss tastes like. I mean, I'm pretty sure it tastes like piss and there's no good piss, but I don't know. I just don't get good vibes, man, from your piss, Zach.
I mean, he eats healthier now, so I'm sure it's not bad. It probably tastes like crystal water.
I drank my own piss before on the show.
I accidentally drank mine because I pissed in a Sprite bottle and I sat it next to my... I always have a water bottle next to my bed, and I woke up and sipped out of it, and I was like, swallowed a little bit, and I did the fucking thing from Dumb and Dumber. I'm like... and then I told myself to get the hell out.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys, be mindful. Watch when Zach's on screen. They always hide it.
So he doesn't have a finger?
Yeah, on the other hand,
that.
It's the hand that they're always hiding. And they do it, and you never noticed it as a kid because they always did a good job of keeping it out of frame. But you can, if you're looking for it, you will eventually see it. But they do a pretty good job of keeping it. And I don't know why they did that, though. It's like, hey, you know what? Kids are going to be freaked out by our missing finger, so let's try and hide it because you're a total fucking monster.
Why not fucking let people know the horrors of violence? Like, have an episode where one of the fucking putties slices his finger off.
Stick it in their ass.
I'm surprised he didn't, like, lose the job because of that. Like, maybe down to something like that. So we're going to have to dance around this missing finger all the time? Yeah, next. Well, hey, I was gonna say too. Look at what next time they show him. Look at what Zach is wearing. The NES Power Rangers game that came out back Super Nintendo. I got it the Christmas it came out. Bandai game. It's a really good beat 'em up.
Oh my god! I'm sorry to interrupt, but look at his fucking outfit.
That
It
fishnet,
is all green.
That green fishnet.
No, look at his pants.
I know, bro.
Fuck.
Dude, he was
All right,
wearing
go ahead.
this. He was wearing this before he became the Green Ranger. He was destined.
How would you know that's the Green Ranger though, with one of them dressing like that?
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Isn't it funny though? When he became the White Ranger, he had to switch to all white.
I think it's the holes.
Exactly.
Should have made him gold.
It's like, yeah, this is kind of a shitty gig. Can I change colors? Because I'm going to get ketchup stains all over every day. Whenever I wear white, I always get something on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I always come on my white clothes.
I was saying, look at what Zach's wearing, and what he's wearing in this episode is pretty much what they put him in that video game. The really baggy purple pants and the black like tight t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys remember, when you pick Zach in that Super Nintendo game, whenever you're sitting idle and you're not moving forward or back, Zach
starts dancing.
He starts dancing. I'm like, how fucking racist is that? And that's what he does in the show too. He's the guy that can break dance and stuff like that.
Those parachute pants, bro.
So why don't they cancel this? They're canceling puppy. They're trying to culture cancel Paw Patrol. Why don't they cancel culture this?
Paw Patrol? Why?
Because
I told you that because of the cop chase.
Dude, it's dumb. I mean, it'll never get anywhere, but it's just people making a stink online. It's just because it's portraying police officers as being the good guys, right?
Fuck yes. Police guys, there's no good police ever.
Well, what kills me though is it could have the adverse effects. Like, what about all the action movies that we grew up loving? All the good guy, quote unquote, protagonist cops like Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, they all abuse their badge. Like,
Amazing.
Are they not always manhandling perps in an illegal way? Right? You guys remember Lethal Weapon 2? Where I think it's Lethal Weapon 2, where there's that car chase with that one guy, and then, or maybe it's 3, and they catch him. He goes through the windshield and he's like on top of the fucking roof of the car, and all the police are showing up, and then Riggs is checking on him and he's like, "Oh, you okay? Okay, let me look at that." And he punches him in the face. Go to sleep. Like, they all fucking were bitches.
You know what's funny is like a couple months ago, or like maybe a year or two ago, I remember my niece was going through this phase where anytime she saw a cop, she would like grab her mom and like act like, "Oh no, what's he gonna do?" Like, "Oh, it's a bad guy," and she would always say stuff like that. And like I remember her dad was like, "Why would she say that?" Yeah, it just became a meme. Like, "Oh, she must be watching the news."
Yeah. Yeah, like, are we supposed to portray? See, the thing is cops are supposed to be the good guys. I don't think we should stop portraying them in fictional media and fictional TV shows as not being the good guys.
Exactly, it's fiction. Might as well.
Why does Rita have cone tits?
Because it's Madonna, dude.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she?
Yeah, you're right. He looks like he's he looks like he's gonna go paint houses or something with that one tone. Looks really ridiculous.
You the man. It sounded like he said you the man.
Did his fucking grandma crochet him that shirt?
I hope so, because I want one too.
Remember when your grandma would always make those blankets with the holes in them? It's like, I'm going to get cold wearing this for a blanket.
That sword is so off. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It was much smaller in the last episode when they showed it. It was like more like a dagger. It looks way big.
First to go.
Now, does nobody notice that they're all wearing those same like weird looking watches, and they're not like, "Hey, are you guys part of some kind of club I don't know about? Why do you guys
Yeah, those watches don't tell me time. What the fuck good is it?
Look, there it is.
Oh, I saw it. It was fucking disgusting.
What'd you see?
I just want to suck it. I want to suck his phantom pain.
Yeah, you can see his missing finger.
Oh, I wasn't looking for it. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely there.
It was disgusting, that gimp finger he's got.
Look, dude, I feel like I'm watching fucking Double Dragon right now.
It does.
Hey, brother,
Bimmy and Jimmy.
you ready to fucking go crunch some skulls?
Like, where do you have to shop and for how long to find green pants? I've never seen green pants.
They're green jeans too.
Exactly.
Venom.
And red ones.
We should start doing. Look, he's fucking Spider-Maning his ass, dude.
How come there is never
What the
anybody in these hallways to witnessing this shit? They're always empty.
Yeah, I mean, in Saved by the Bell, it was always crowded.
Yeah.
Especially in Drake and Josh.
And then look, he puts him in this weird prison in the middle of like space where he's somehow able to like hide from them by just ducking down into the smoke. Like the fucking gold guy comes up and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you."
You know what's really funny is on the other set of this is where Alpha is.
Amazing.
It's like the same fucking room.
Yeah, I know it probably is. It's all one set.
But let's look for his finger. Oh, fuck.
That's Jason, by the way. It's not a guy with
Yeah, you notice how they're always wearing the same clothes? It's not just they're always wearing red. It's always the same red shirt. Like, is he a fucking cartoon character?
That's a fucking cool polo, though.
Red Ranger, I gotta take a shit.
I always wanted that fucking watch, dude.
Watch, his mouth is always open. He's a fucking mouth breather.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't stick their cocks in them.
Matt, can you do a Goldar impression? We used to all try it. We used to always do them when we were kids.
Wait, look how he hides from him.
What do you mean?
Do a Goldar impression, how he talks.
Hold on.
That's more like Arnold.
Let me listen to him for a little bit.
How you doing? I'm not soy enough to do that voice.
Yeah.
If you can. I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's like you hear it and it's like, I can do that. And then you try it and it's like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have tried.
He's just got a lazy voice like this.
That's like an old fucking man.
Look, his finger. Look at that. Hey, look at that nasty ass finger.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there it is on his left hand.
Look at that gimpy fucking finger he's got.
He's got turtle hand.
Gimpy finger.
I like it. He's a Ninja Turtle. What's up, bruh?
You should go up to him and say, hey, can you flip me off with that hand specifically? I just want to see what it looks like.
So he's missing his middle finger. Is that the one?
I don't know if it's his middle or his ring finger, but yeah, it's his left hand.
I thought it was his ring
You're
finger.
just looking at it. It's his middle finger.
Yeah, it's his middle because you could see two, and then
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he flipped off the wrong dude.
he lost a bet.
Fucking, what's his name? Marky Mark. Wasn't Marky Mark in trouble for a hate crime one time?
Yeah, he was. I think they were robbing a liquor store or something, and it resulted in the cashier guy losing an eye. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if they hit him. They were beating him or something.
See, I always heard it was a black kid. He beat up a black kid, like on his way home or something.
He shouldn't have been standing there.
No, it was a convenience store owner or something.
Oh, that looked so real. You couldn't see Zach in the car.
Of course. Yeah, he put that obstruction of view right in front of the driver's seat. That's smart, Billy. Fucking idiot. I guess it doesn't matter because you can fly around in it.
Dude, look at Billy being the Omega. He cleaned everything up. Look at him.
That's very 90s, man. Him wearing the overalls. Why'd they dress him like? I mean, I guess he was a total dork. That
Because
was.
his name was Billy. That's so hickish.
I mean, that's
Billy?
fucking Double Dragon.
Billy Zane.
Billy's amazing. Billy's a great name.
He's a cool dude.
Now's our chance to nail him.
It's that green guy.
He sounds like a wuss. He's not cool enough to be called Zach.
He looks like he came from all that.
Dude, bro, if you've seen interviews with him in recent days, though, it's true what they say, man. It don't crack. He looks the same age. He is aged
he's cool.
fucking really well.
Hell yeah.
He's cool.
I mean, Trini's not holding up so well.
Look at his finger. Look at his finger.
Hell yeah. They don't even hide it very well. Did you say Trini isn't holding up very well?
Yeah, that was a joke. She's probably rotting.
I was gonna say, here's the thing, watch. Fucking look how he hides from him. Like he just ducks down in this stupid ass fog.
This fog machine, this smoke machine.
And he's like, where are you? And he's walking around not finding him.
Yeah, watch this. Is pretty funny.
Incredible.
Don't call me again. He talks like that too, just like Tommy.
Yeah, they're stupid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
should have put the 3 ninjas in this. Fuck the Power Rangers.
it's pretty easy to fucking jump kick that big ass lug when he's not even gonna block it or evade it.
Exactly.
No one's really. He's not even really fighting.
I just want to know how how it is like with him not being able to blink. His eyes are like bulging out. Look at those kick-ass Reeboks.
Oh yeah.
So
I'd kiss him right here.
they changed the costume and going with the second season when they introduced Zed and the new actress playing Rita, and it's a totally different design. Like I want to say that one could blink maybe, but he definitely has more motion. His face moves more, and I think he even has pupils.
I thought you were gonna say pubes.
Yeah, pubes. I know.
Hell yeah.
Did you know Zed is the only American-only fucking villain in the show? Not from the Sentai shit?
Well, I mean, I kind of alluded to that when I was talking about earlier. Yeah, the hentai, super hentai.
Is that what I said? Did I say hentai shit?
You might
That's
have
amazing.
said super
Oh,
hentai.
dude. That looks like a sword from Dark Sector. You guys remember that game?
I didn't even mean to. That's fucking... See, even whenever I'm not trying, I'm fucking amazing.
All right.
Look at that fucking drop kick. Look at his bulge. He doesn't have one. What a
Well, they're all Asian.
what a kunky.
What a cook.
Okay, so how
Feel the power of the blade, motherfuckers.
Hey, did you guys play any Power Rangers games back in the heyday?
Fuck yeah, dude. We played the fuck out of the Power Rangers game.
Which ones though?
Yeah, we were both retarded.
That was back in
the
the
one that
day
was the
where
best one.
well, that was back in the day where they'd
Just
release
the Mighty
it.
Morphin Power Rangers.
I know, but
Back, you're waiting for him to talk, and then you answer. It's gonna be so hard to fucking edit this.
Yeah, I know. So I know Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but this was back in the day where they would release the same game with the same cover and the same title, but it would be a completely different game because they'd have different people making it, right? Different developers for each system. So they released it on Genesis, they released it on Super Nintendo, but Super Nintendo was a different publisher and it was a beat 'em up. And the Sega Genesis was a different publisher and it was a shitty 2D fighting game. Which one did you play?
I think it was the normal Super Nintendo one. Which one had the Scarecrow in it?
Oh, the Scarecrow.
Yeah, there's like a Scarecrow looking.
That was the one before Tommy. It had everybody but Tommy.
That's the Super Nintendo one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Scarecrow? You talking about the genie? Who was the scare?
You started out playing as just a fucking kid, and then like halfway through the level, you morphed. It's like, I want to be the fucking Power Ranger through the whole level.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a Scarecrow in that.
Yeah, there was. It was like the second boss.
I'm gonna look it up. I don't know. I'm rusty on it.
Yeah, you are. Fucking rusty bitch.
And I go back and play it now, and it's still a fun game. It's
Hey, did you notice fucking Jason isn't with them, but somehow his fucking Zord's still there to fucking morph with the rest of them? That's amazing.
yeah.
Stupid fucking show.
Anyway, I'd say Power Rangers on Super Nintendo. It is one of the better beat 'em ups, but it's not. It does get a little stale because it's a little samey. You kind of get a little tired of it after the first couple of episodes. Sorry, stages. Hey, look, I'm looking at the villains now. There's no fucking.
So it's just like the show.
Yeah, kind of. There's no Scarecrow, dude. The first boss is that fucking mirror. The second boss is Cannon Top.
Well, that's what we're talking about then.
I don't fucking remember, dude.
No,
It
yeah.
looked like it reminded me of a Scarecrow.
No, he's the skeleton. He's got the top hat, the yellow skeleton.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skeleton, top hat, who gives a shit?
Oh wait,
Would you fuck Rita?
I probably would, dude.
She's not bad looking.
She's not. I'm sure she looks hot as fuck with that suit off.
she's dead.
I'd still
So, like
fuck
I
it.
said, hot as fuck.
No, the one that was that replaced
She ain't gonna
her.
say no.
Exactly.
The actress that played her though, I used to get little boners to her because she's hot. They got a young like Latina girl to play her. That was always kind of weird too. It's like wow, so they Finster does some kind of spell where it makes her young again, but it also changes her ethnicity.
Amazing.
But she still has the same old voice, which is weird.
Amazing. Yeah, apparently, originally the girl that did the voice, she did her voice normal, and they were like, "We don't like it. Do it like more screechy." So she screeched literally, and they liked it. And she didn't think like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to do this in every episode for years," and it really fucked with her voice.
She probably started talking like that.
Hey, so just so nobody gets me on it, I was reading off the boss list for the Power Rangers the movie game, but I was still right. The first boss is Bones, that skeleton. Then it's Gnarly Gnome. Then Eye
I
Guy.
didn't remember the fucking
Dude, Eye Guy was my favorite. Eye Guy was fucking awesome.
dude.
Maybe that's what I'm talking about.
Snoop Dogg is a boss in that fucking game. I didn't remember that.
No, Bones, Gnarly Gnome, Eye Guy, Genie. There's Dark Warrior, Mutitis, and Cyclopsis.
Bones, exactly. Amazing.
All the villains in the first season are the best, and they declined in quality greatly after going forward.
No, it got better. They got newer.
They were very inventive. Like the designs.
They were like Streets of Rage.
Look at Pudgy Pig. Look how cool Pudgy Pig looks. That design's fucking wacky. This giant pig head with, little arms and legs and nothing else attaching.
And that armor, though.
Yeah, he had like a fucking Havoc helmet, like a fucking Roman thing.
Amazing.
Havoc. That's a Mortal Kombat reference. It all comes back. By the way, Mac, I think Havoc's. I'd put a.
I love
I'd put
Havoc.
a friendly.
He was one of my favorites when he came out.
I'd put a friendly wager that if there really is 2 more combat packs, Havoc will be on one of them.
I heard that he was coming.
Holy shit, you're both so fucking gay. Let's go to the next one now.
I mean, that's what we're watching. Power Rangers. Might as well talk gay shit.
Exactly. I've said gay more than I've ever said in my life, I think.
We're
To the
taking
next episode.
I know this is taking you back to a 90s mood where everybody threw that shit around like nothing.
Exactly.
All right.
Remember back in the day we'd call each other gay wad? We should bring that back, gay wad.
Hey, would you like us to queue up episode 3, guys? We're going to roll into it in 3, 2, 1, play.
Good job counting down, gay wad.
Okay.
This is a good episode.
After 10 years, I'm free. 10,000 years.
See, the first 2, it was really fucking stupid. 3 is where they're like, yeah, let's get serious with this. This is where fucking the shit has to go down. Actually, I couldn't make it through this episode.
Really? It's so good though.
Hey man,
amazing.
you know what though? I've kind of I've really slowed down on it. I used to really like collecting toys, and I still love it. I wish
Dude, I was so obsessed with them.
Man, I'm talking about even in adulthood, I would collect toys. I love collecting old toys. I know, make a joke, but I haven't done it really very much since in the last year or two. Ever since I bought those NECA like quarter scale turtles, the big ones, I haven't really bought much. But
Are they anatomically correct? Do they have cocks?
no, they do not. But hey, no.
I know Walmart came out with like the White Ranger for a while.
Well, I'm
And
saying
you could like put different heads on it. It was pretty dope.
for the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers, they unleashed a whole new set of toys, right? And I was so tempted to get them. Remember they were releasing like the fucking giant Dragon Zord, the giant like Tiger Zord, the Megazord.
Yeah, before Netflix was a thing and you could watch them on Netflix, they did this thing where like they stopped producing the show and then they were just like, we're just gonna fucking render the old episodes and release it as a new episode, as new episodes.
That's
And,
the quote unquote season 4 on here or something, right? Or season.
Yeah, it was basically all of it re-edited to have like a comic book panel thing going on.
It's stupid. It's dumb. And they just put every episode into one season.
And yeah, back when it happened though, it was like, oh, I gotta watch this. I grew up watching this, and then like I watched it, and I was like, this is stupid as fuck.
Yeah, it's really dumb. I like how you just cut off my story, by the way.
Look at those dank shrooms.
Yeah, we gotta get in there when we get in.
It's so
Gotta get in
fun.
there.
But
Hey, is that the boulder Chris punches?
it looks like it.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
No, but it's funny how you said it though, because it's like you said it as if you were interjecting, like you had something to say on top of what I was saying, like, oh yeah, and you went into something completely different, like, oh, okay.
Exactly. As you do.
I never understood how Scorpina came from a rock. Scorpina's hot as fuck though.
She's from a rock? Like fucking the country?
Yeah, I rock. Look at Scorpina, man. Wouldn't you just fucking wreck that? I would.
Wouldn't you just come all over her face? All over her tits?
Absolutely.
Fucking
Stinger.
she's only in 2 episodes of the show, and on the
bad.
second episode she's a different actress playing it.
I wonder if the actress who played Scorpina died. I don't know. Why do I think all these people died?
Because this movie killed everybody's career.
No, not really. You know, Amy Jo Johnson, she was on that show, WB show Felicity for quite a few years. And
As I said, it ruined everybody's career.
I remember she made this VH1 original movie about this like Woodstock band. And then I remember she made this made-for-TV movie, probably on ABC, called Susie Q. She was getting some work. You know, Tommy, it's funny, Jason David Frank, after Power Rangers ended, remember that short-lived MTV show? It was like the After Hours, not porn, but kind of porn. What was it called?
Undressed?
Undressed. Yeah.
He was on that?
Yeah. He was on the Undressed.
I couldn't even watch. See, as a kid, like, oh, it's Undressed. It's for adults. I'm so excited. It was so fucking boring as a kid watching that.
Yeah, I tried watching it too, like it was going to show me some titties or something. But I know it was funny. I remember the advertisements. It was on TV and my grandfather saw it. He's like, do you like your TV shows 30 minutes long? They were kind of doing like a sex line ad. And my grandfather's like, they're just teasing everybody. Like, even
Look at that. He can't see him. He's so well hidden. It's probably because in that big costume, he can't move his head down too far.
Yeah. What kind of idiot would do like, yeah. Hey, you know what? It's really amazing how they, in 5 episodes, how much of it Jason is in this damn room finding Goldar.
Especially being red.
How little time has actually passed in real time? Yeah, probably like 5 minutes.
I mean, this is
right
probably
in the balls.
one like day of at one afternoon of filming just this one scene, and it's like 5 episodes worth.
I'm really confused on why he was hiding. Like there was no point. He came up and got hit again. Like what was the point of that?
He's gonna hit him with that big fake plastic sword. It was scary.
It's kind of like the soap operas your parents used to watch. Like your mom, you come in and like one episode would be like, they'd cut back and forth between like 8 different scenarios going on, but it was always like 5 minutes worth of fucking like real time. Like a whole season could be like just 2 people sitting in one location talking back and forth for like 5 minutes worth of screen time. Amazing.
What is
Why
the
does
point?
he look like
What-
Jamie?
What's the fucking? Oh, what? Oh man, for male on male kiss. How progressive.
He looks like Jamie Kennedy.
She skadoodled them.
Is that the term?
She skadoodled them.
That's me and Zach.
Exactly.
And there's Aaron.
What's the point of fucking the Ernie character, really?
Yeah, like we said, it was gonna be fucking Zordon in disguise.
But why keep him? Why keep him if they decide against that?
Because he's fucking amazing. He's like he's the thing all the kids remembered. Everybody wanted to be Ernie whenever they were playing in the fucking schoolyard.
So
He was dope.
my question is, why do they call this the juice bar? I mean, it's very normal for gyms,
Because all these kids are on the juice.
but gyms will have juice bars. That's normal. Why is it not the gym? Let's go to the juice bar. It's kind of weird, this like cafeteria setup they have here, where it's the juice bar. It's kind of like the Max in Saved by the Bell, but they have random weights and shit.
I think it was their way of trying to get us to know as a kid, like, oh, you want to look like Tommy, Jason, with these pecs? Start doing the juice.
That's some good juice, babe.
It's good juice.
It's that juice.
An alternate ending to the episode Doomsday was filmed in case the show was not renewed. The alternate ending depicted the Rangers sealing Rita and her minions in a space dumpster. This ending mirrored the last episode of Super Sentai Zyringer.
Sentai hentai. It's the same dumpster as the Garbage Pail Kids, baby.
Hell yeah.
They went through those trees to this? What the fuck?
I have to be honest here, man. I think these being split up into 5 parts is making it go by fucking fast as hell.
We've been here for 3 hours now, right?
Oh, we're already halfway through the 3rd episode, though.
Hasn't even been an hour yet.
They're only 18 to 20 minutes each. They're super short.
18 to 20 minutes too long, if you ask me.
Man, this, like I said, this ticked all the boxes when you were a kid, man. And they knew who they were selling it to. They knew it's not like they weren't selling it to you when you were an adult. They're not selling it to.
See, you love the action movies. This just seems like an action movie to me. Like there's 5 minutes worth of actual story going on, and then everything else is just like, hey, guy runs, guy jumps, guy kicks.
I mean, if they're doing it right. Hey, isn't it funny in season 2 when they introduced the Zed putties and they couldn't figure out how to kill them? It's like, and no matter, even if they were, you'd think after punching him and fighting him for so long and struggling, one of them would accidentally hit him in the biggest fucking thing on their chest.
Amazing.
You know what I mean?
Did you guys think that the ones with the boulders as hands were the best ones?
How did they jack off?
Or the ones that have the Z's later on?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The Zed ones, yeah.
The boulder ones were the best, though. That's exactly what I would do to Kimberly.
You know what's funny though is they were called super putties and they were supposed to be more intimidating. But once they figured out their weakness was right on their fucking chest for everybody to, they were the easiest putties in the world.
You think that he would be like, oh, I shouldn't put that there. I should change my putties.
Exactly. These are my super putties is what he called them. I'm going to put their biggest weakness right in front of everybody. Right there. Not even going to hide it. And
it's like anytime you play a video game,
yeah,
the fucking weakness
is glowing for you. It's glowing.
Yeah. It's video game logic.
It really is. But no, and what also though is once they knew that that's how you killed those super putties, from then on forward, you would think that they would just go straight for that Z, but no, they play with their food. Every episode, they're letting their asses get kicked, fighting around, wasting time when they could just fucking flick that Z.
Oh yeah. You think if they rub the Z a certain way, it makes them come?
I don't know. And she is my empress.
She's evil.
Yeah, and so am I.
It looks like he's just talking to a giant action figure.
Man, I would pay to have that suit, man, just for fun.
Why don't you buy one, dude? You can buy them.
You can, like, there's people that'll make them. They'll make them better than the show ever had them.
Fucking losers.
I mean, I think I can get a helmet for $500. You know,
I could probably get it cheaper.
Maybe.
I could get you 10. What's he say in Liar Liar?
Yeah, I'd have got him 10. He sued my friend. Now, does that sound like justice? No.
Oh yeah.
I got him 10. Greta, please. Yeah.
Because you know I'll win.
So I'm confused. How did they trick Tommy? Because he was fine. He beat those putties, and then out of nowhere, you just see him waking up.
Who knows? Who cares?
It makes no sense. You just see an Asian there with cum all over him, and then it's Tommy somehow.
That's usually how fucking Friday night ends at my place.
So is he a clone? Where's the other one?
I don't know.
Do you remember how big of a advertising blitz they went on in the second season? And they had, there was a lot of push for the season 2 premiere, right? And the new villain and stuff. I think they even had it. They aired it in prime time. It was so fucking big. They had like a special, right? And it was like a new special where the cast was introducing and talking about the new season and the episode, and they introduced the episode. And I want to say it was prime time. It was that fucking big. And then I remember they pushed hard in second season. I don't remember how many parts it was, but it was like this. It was the white light shit, but it was the wedding between Rita and Zed. Like that was a big event. And now that I think back on it, it's kind of stupid, but I fell for it hook, line, sinker.
Because you're stupid.
And they had the wedding party, and they brought back all the old monsters. Like Eye Guy was there. They were at the party. They weren't even like fighting anybody. And I thought that was so cool. I'm like, oh man, I haven't seen these fucking villains in so many years. This brings back the nostalgic feels when it was really like 4 months ago.
You guys know what's funny? I'm just fronting. I was never into this. I wasn't stupid enough. I'm just trying to not make you guys embarrassed.
That's why he did the morphing thing and fell into a puddle.
The woods. Exactly.
Look, why does Jason look like the kid from Munchie 2? Strikes Back.
Why wouldn't he? We all strive to look like that kid.
My main shows during this era.
Which restaurant had the coins? Was it Burger King?
Burger King. Yeah, Burger King.
Hell yeah.
Burger, and they had you're talking about the movie. I think it was when the movie came out.
Well, they came out with the morphers, and then they came out with the ones later with the coins.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I want to say, yeah, it was Burger King, and the movie came out, and they had the toys. I want to say I had, I remember the Pink Ranger Zord. I don't remember if I had something with Tommy, but
I had his fucking Dragon Zord. I had all that shit.
Man, do you remember back in
Jason's sword?
Remember back in like 1990 when I don't know.
No.
I can't remember if it was fucking McDonald's. McDonald's or Burger King, though. But do you remember the Mario 3 toys?
Hell yeah.
Isn't that kind of weird? That
I still have some of those.
Yeah, I had the
Raccoon Mario.
The Raccoon Mario plunger. Boom. Spring.
I don't remember that.
It's kind of weird, like in 1990, for them to partner with Mario, a video game, for their Happy Meals. It's kind of odd because it was always kind of for movies and shit at the time.
In Malaysia, as part of a campaign against drugs, the word morphin is censored by substituting or muting footage where the word is spoken.
You guys ready to morph?
The phrase "it's morphin' time" or displayed on screen for fear that it could encourage children to become addicted to use of morphine. Why would morphine? It's morphine time. Let's go get some morphine. Is that what people were saying back then? You wanted to go morph? You want to go morphin'?
What country was this? Did you say Indonesia? Malaysia. I thought you said Indonesia. I'm like, you mean this is the country that
kill the prime minister of Malaysia?
Indonesia is the country that kills like homosexuals on site, like real, and they're worried about that.
You guys remember the parody of this?
No, there's probably a lot.
You've never seen the parody where they morph?
I don't know.
I mean, there's a bunch of them.
Probably it was a big cultural phenom.
Ones where they say Jose Canseco.
No. No, I do not.
Amazing.
Oh shit.
I want to give fucking Scorpina the shocker.
You couldn't handle her.
I want to give her the putty boulder.
Fucking Beta. See, if you tried that, she would dump you right away, come over to me and be like, "Oh, fuck me, daddy, fuck me."
I want to give her 1 in the pink and 2 in the stink.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Fuck this kid with his fucking baby hands. He can't satisfy me with his hands. Hey, come fuck me, daddy. Come fuck me, Zach."
I bet she was one that liked to pee on people.
Hell yes.
I mean, she's Japanese. She probably like shoved a squid up her vagina.
Hot.
After it was cooked, and then ate it while its tentacles squirmed.
Go to Japan. You guys can go to those little restaurants where you eat the sushi off the naked Japanese woman's body.
Can you eat her too?
Hell yeah.
I don't know what goes on when the doors are closed.
How'd you know about it?
I've been to Japan, bro.
In fucking Amsterdam, there's this place called Bananen Bar where women serve you bananas out of their pussy.
That's amazing. Why don't we get that here?
Eat them right out of the pussy. That's amazing.
Can you get banana bread and banana pudding out of the pussy?
Hopefully. Can you fucking dip the banana in the nice dipping sauces in the back
of the pussy?
A nice chocolate covered banana.
Hell yeah. Banana split, perhaps.
That was a dank show.
Dude, here's the same scene again.
Yeah.
Amazing. Are your guys' brains as fucking just reduced to piles of mush like mine are?
Mine's melted. Look at that heart stick.
Amazing.
Look at Scorpino's pouty face.
Let's not forget who's the most powerful.
See, that was okay.
Scorpina's sad. She's got that like pouty face, like she needs a.
It's because
daddy
I'm
to
not
cheer
fucking
up.
her.
I know. Okay.
When the show aired on GMTV in the UK in '94, Mr. Motivator would introduce the show with a warning at the beginning advising younger viewers to not try this at home because the Power Rangers are martial arts experts. That's fucking just embarrassing.
I kind of think, didn't they do something with like say no to drugs? Didn't they have like the Power Rangers doing that for a while?
Yeah. No, and Bulk and Skull would do them. So after each episode, they would put those PSAs.
Yeah, or no, they would do like bullying too. That's right.
It's morphine time.
There were PSAs that dealt with different topics, and they would be included in the commercial breaks or before or after the actual show when they aired. Yeah, there was bullying. There was drugs, I'm sure, but it was all of them.
I never listened to them.
But it was usually starring Bulk and Skull, Jason Narvi and Paul Schreier, right?
Why didn't they make cool ones? Like have fucking Kimberly come out and be like, "Oh, you ever want to just fuck a chick like you want to fuck me? Make sure you wear a condom, kids." That'd be fucking awesome.
And she teaches you how to put a condom on. She uses a banana with her mouth.
Exactly.
She's fucking alpha.
I would call him.
I'll fuck anyone.
Alpha is an alpha.
She shows you how to put it on Zach's severed finger that she still has.
Oh, it's in her pussy. She pulls it out.
Oh yes.
Gross. She was the fucking teeth vagina.
Amazing.
That's terrible.
I don't think I've ever heard Aaron say pussy. It's weird.
Pussy.
Pussy. You ever pussy. Pussy.
I want some pussy.
Exactly.
You guys ever, Zach, we did a commentary for Desert Heat back in the day, right?
I'm here.
I love it when that old man from fucking Home Alone,
Plug me in.
he says that, I bet he gets lots of, oh, it's Mr. Miyagi. Pat Morita says, I bet he gets lots of pussy.
Amazing.
It's really funny. And the old man's like, yeah, I bet.
Why couldn't she throw that at my cock?
You know what's sad is I guarantee Van Damme wrote that line into the script whenever he showed up. Like, oh, you've got to say shit like this about me. You got to see my ass. You got to talk about how I get all the pussy. All the women love my dick.
I 100% feel that whenever it's a movie that's not under his own production banner, because he used to put all like his straight to video movies for a while under 777 Productions, which was his, I believe. But before that, I bet you he had something in the clause, a clause in every contract he had where he gets final like rights to amend a script and add some shit in. He gets the final rights to, and because there's all that stuff that's self-serving. He's like, there's a 2 ass scene minimum in my clause. I have to fucking have my ass in it oiled down twice at least, and they have to compliment me like crazy.
You think even back then he was telling him to not mention Jason David Frank in his presence?
Yeah, who knows if the thing that always came off to me like one of those situations where Jason David Frank has never stopped thinking about it, but for Van Damme, it was just Tuesday. He doesn't fucking remember that guy.
Oh, I think he remembers him all the time. I think he's jealous of the Frank. He wants one of those. He wants his ballpark Frank. He's like, fucking Jason David Frank. He's got a nice cock. I don't got it.
He tried pulling that fucking publicity stunt when he went to that con, because Van Damme doesn't do cons, but he did one of these bigger cons, I guess. And he tried pulling that publicity stunt where, you know, he took Jason David Frank's room and he had a film camera crew with him.
He should have fucked him in it. Are you guys ready for part 4?
Yeah, this is going by fast. So we're going to go and get part 4 queued up.
Parkour.
Hardcore hentai queued up. And we're going to go 3, 2, 1, play.
It's hardcore part 4 parkour.
No, seriously, guys, when this was out, what other shows were you guys digging on? I can tell you my number one shows were this, X-Men on Fox. I was a Fox Kids kid, obviously, and then Spider-Man. These are my shit, because it would be Power Rangers, and I believe Spider-Man followed it, and then X-Men.
Dude, Beetleborgs.
I never got into all the...
I didn't really care for it, but what with the VR Troopers was my shit.
I don't think I watched any of them but this one.
Yeah,
Dude, I was so into VR Troopers.
See, I succumbed to the Ivan Ooze thing. Like, he just made us all want to watch this shit, even though it was shitty. Like, he did his little fucking, brain scramble shit he did in the movie.
Yeah, take it home in boxes. Take it home in cases. If your parents try to stop you, just jerk off in their faces. That's what I say when I was a little kid. And I thought it was so funny. But it's so weird. I never watched any of those copycat shows either. And it's kind of hard calling them copycats because I think they were all Haim Saban. He was copying himself. He was just really milking that fucking cow.
He was copying himself, who was copying a show from Japan that he discovered while not having anything to watch on the TV. I discovered it.
Yeah, VR Troopers came out after Power Rangers. 1994.
Yeah, they all did. And you remember Masked Rider?
Tommy was originally going to be on VR Troopers.
Yep.
It was his starring vehicle, yeah. And then the whole Green Ranger thing fucking happened and that got scrapped. It's like, nope, he's fucking huge. Which that's good for him. I mean, you could say what you want about people that just, plague the con circuit, but he has sustainable income for the rest of his life because of this. If he was on VR Troopers and he took that gig, it wouldn't be the same. Where's the VR Troopers now? Are they doing cons? I don't think so. Masked Rider. I tried watching, I want to say, all those shows like once, and I could never get into any of them. I remember Beetleborgs was really stupid. Beetleborgs, there was like that haunted house.
Unlike this show.
Beetleborgs had like the haunted house with the monsters. There was Mums, the mummy. There was the vampire guy. I just remember him going, I smell fresh blood in the house. It was fucking stupid. And I remember Flabber, that weird Elvis ghost with a big fucking honker.
It's sounding better than this already.
It was weird. And I just remember the theme song, Big Bad Beetleborgs, which kind of sounds like New Kids on the Block or something, right? Sounds like
New Kids on the Block had the fucking man notes.
I guess VR Troopers had a pilot with Jason David Frank called Cybertron.
Yeah, okay, and it actually exists. I haven't seen it.
So, yeah.
It's probably on airs.
I know the Masked Rider did a crossover. He guested on the show. Just like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from The Next Mutation. They had a Power Rangers crossover and they appeared on the show.
Now, guys, when you watch this show, does it scream like, oh, fuck, this show is super violent?
I mean, you have to use your imagination, but yeah, it is without any of the violence. You know what I mean? Like, look.
Beta.
I don't think it is.
So fucking Aaron would have been one of these guys. Okay, the show's violence led to it being pulled off the air by some broadcasters, in particular YTV Canada, and reopened the debate on violence in programming geared towards children.
I'll be like that kid on Boys in the Hood. I get my brother to shoot you in the face.
Oh yeah.
No, the thing is I don't think where they were getting that from was we would watch the show and we would go to school and we'd pretend and play. And sometimes when boys play, you get a little rough. Like we weren't trying to hit each other, but accidents happen. That's all it was. Like we weren't trying to kick over fucking fake toy buildings and then a bunch of sparks fly everywhere. And we weren't trying to hit people with swords. And I mean, it wasn't that bad. Like most kids are not stupid. It's just every now you get a couple of bad eggs that are just really fucking, they'll believe anything and they'll be idiots.
Who is Zeb? Is Zeb the guy from the movie?
Zed? Lord Zed?
Zeb.
Who's Zeb?
Jeb, sorry.
Jeb? Who the Jeb Bush?
The voice of Jeb, J-E-B, the dog, was also Goldar.
JBE? What the fuck?
And I guess he was trying to do he's trying to do the Jack Nicholson impression.
Who the fuck is Jeb? JBE or JEB?
J-E-B, Jeb.
Are you reading fucking trivia from a different Power Rangers spinoff?
Yeah, I'm Googling because I'm gonna see who the fuck. I watched Power Rangers all the way up until they changed. When it became like Zeo and shit, I stopped watching it. But so I don't remember Jeb.
Sorry, I think he was from VR Troopers, not Power Rangers.
Yeah, that is VR Troopers according to Google.
What a fucking beta.
Jeb the dog.
He was he was also Goldar.
I'm sure the guy that played Goldar's voice played a lot of voices. I'm sure he was a working voice actor, you know? And this was making the rounds a few years ago when that reboot with Elizabeth Banks came out, but Bryan Cranston did some of the voices in Power Rangers the Villains, right?
Yeah, did you know Bryan Cranston used to work on this show? Like,
that's what I just fucking said.
Oh, yeah, I was reading.
You fucking beta.
Reading trivia, trying to guess what I should mention, what I shouldn't.
Damn. That's what I do to you sometimes, and you're like, I just fucking said it.
Except when I do it, it's because you are a beta, because listening to me talk is the best thing you can do.
I was literally like, Bryan Cranston did a lot of voice work on this show, and you're like, yeah, and Bryan Cranston, he didn't, like, what?
See, I thought you mentioned, Bryan Cranston, he was in the movie.
Well, I said that he was going around saying that shit publicly in interviews when that movie came out. and he was talking about how he used to work on the show and it was coming full circle.
Why would you ever admit that?
Well, it was out in the interwebs and shit before that. I knew that before that, but he was just, I don't know. He wasn't forgetting where he started, which most actors can't say that.
I would have.
Yeah, you forgot where he started?
No, you would have. I always loved this fucking the theme song of Broken Skull.
Yeah.
Fucking clowns.
It's amazing.
It's good, man.
In early scripts, Tommy was going to be a biker named Rocky.
That's dumb.
That's amazing.
I bet.
I bet too.
Like, what?
I was thinking what colors he would be. Gray.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, something like this, though, this is the material you're working with.
Putty.
What makes something like that bad to where you go, oh, God, we got to rewrite that? Like, a biker named Rocky is just as stupid as a new kid named Tommy. Like, it's all just interchangeable, right?
Exactly. I doubt that's the threshold. Like, oh, that's stupid. We should rewrite it. It's probably like,
Look, she's riding that bike in the sky. It's so weird. That unicycle.
I love how they use the same scene for Tommy.
yeah, it's probably more like, oh, we can't afford to get a Harley, so let's just change it. Something like that.
You guys all right?
There was this place, like it was like
That's scary.
a restaurant in our hometown, and outside, like it had like weird those diamond fucking things, like the pattern on the fucking outside. I'd always think of Power Rangers. I was stupid as a kid.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I can visualize, but I don't know what these diamond things are.
What was it?
You shouldn't know what I'm talking about.
Fucking diamond things.
I could bring up the story I mentioned on the podcast before because back in the day I'd go mushroom hunting with my dad. So like one time we're mushroom hunting and fucking like we're going through and we see like a weird like little ravine, like that my dad could just step over, kind of like with some just I mean some it was pretty big actually, but he goes, oh yeah, you jump over it, and I'm like, I don't know if I can, I'm scared. And he's like, oh, you can make it. I just walked right over it. And so, like, to pump myself up to get the courage to jump over it, I went, it's Morphin time! And I started running, and I tried to jump, but I slipped right before I jumped, and I just fucking landed all in it. Got all wet. Fucking embarrassing. See, this show really ruins kids.
Fucking
it
stupid.
ruins, like, their aspirations and shit.
You know what's funny, though, is it's funny how the tides change with just a year of getting older. I was in second grade when this came out in 93, and it was all the rage. And I still love, my last year of loving the show was in 94 or 95. Like I watched it for the entire 3 seasons in the movie. But by the time I got to the 4th grade, I was embarrassed to say I still liked it because, at my friends at the lunch table, they were, nobody was talking about it anymore. People were talking about like X-Men and shit. And then like, I remember I might have brought up like the new Power Ranger movie toy I got. They're like, you watch that? That's for babies. I'm like, no, I don't. Of course not.
Yeah, it's for babies.
I
Like,
would have said, fuck you.
kids like 1 year younger than us watch that, you fucking quirr.
It was like that. And that's when the movie came out though. And I was fucking huge on it. And I've told that story before, but I remember my dad at the time, he had just gotten out of prison and he saved up to buy the VHS as soon as it came out. And he bought it at that rental store that I'd always rent all these movies. And I rented Haunted
You
Ween.
go, never mind, Dad, that's for babies now.
Because I was over it. Because I was getting, yeah. No, the thing is I wasn't one of those guys that was influenced. I might have played it off like, okay, I better not bring up Power Rangers. That's not cool. But I secretly still loved it. I was still
They
go
probably
home.
all watched it still too.
Yeah, they were probably the same. I went home and I couldn't miss it, and I couldn't wait to watch the movie. I just had no one to talk about it with. And but no, I was still fucking all about it.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Something's come along and it's bust our bubble. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I saved up all my money and I bought.
Stop screaming, I'm gonna fuck you right here, baby.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That'd be awesome. I'd come.
Feel that? You feel that in your ass, baby?
He like
feel that,
looked,
Jamie Kennedy?
He licked his finger.
You feel that, Jamie Kennedy?
I remember I saved up my money when that movie came out, and I bought the Megazord from the movie. And you say what you want about the design, but I love that fucking toy, man. I got to, put it together and then part them out. It was such a neat toy. My dad's dad, he helped me put it together, and he was trying to. I was so used to catching shit for liking Power Rangers at that point in school that I thought my grandfather was patronizing me. He's like, "Oh, well, this is a cool toy." He's helping, and I'm like, "I get it, Gramps. I'm fucking gay." He's like, "No, I mean it. This is a cool toy." Like, yeah, sure. But it was awesome, and I remember I bought. I drove my mom nuts. We went to a Walmart, I think, and I wanted the Mordant figure, the pig from the movie. And toys were kind of creeping up and getting expensive.
Spit out that disc or whatever.
No, he didn't do anything.
Oh wait, doesn't his mouth move or something?
No, like this one was really stupid because his arms just like moved a little bit. And my mom paid like a lot of money for it. And she's like, "Now what does this damn thing do?" And that made you have to have it. And he has a little button on his back and I push it and his arms just contracted like a centimeter. So like, oh, fuck my life.
It'd be awesome if it does this and then like you push a button and a secret compartment comes out and it fucking sucks your dick or something. Or like it vibrates.
It spits out a joint and it's Morphin time.
Like, oh, I see why you wanted that.
Man, I know I was really into those movie figures. I had the toys from the TV show.
Look at that. They're doing the Hitler salute. Fucking propaganda.
Yeah, that was bad.
No wonder they changed him to the White Ranger. Fucking
when the Christmas of this show coming out, the figures were the hottest thing, man. They were kind of hard to come by. They were like Cabbage Patch dolls of the early 90s.
Yeah, dude. The toy, his mouth moves.
Okay, maybe I don't remember that, but yeah, okay. But I remember that first year, I want to say my brother Andrew got the Black Ranger. He got, the toys with the flip heads.
Dude, they got the Funko Pop of them. Hell yeah.
Remember they flipped the heads in the action figures? Like from...
Mm-hmm. That's what I was going to talk about that. I have a fucking funny story with Zach with that.
Okay, what's the Zach's... Oh, go ahead, tell it real quick.
So, we used to be into that shit, and he would have the toys. Like, I had, like... I think I might have traded him like an ICP or like traded him something like a
Good
CD.
trade.
What's worse, Power Rangers or ICP?
The funny thing is he gave me the Green Ranger and it flipped and I was so excited and his dad made me give it back to him.
Holy shit, I remember,
Do you remember that, Zach?
Yeah.
Do you remember when he got pissed off because I took he thought I just took it?
He thought I just gave it to him. He's like, you shouldn't give him that.
He thought that he just gave it to me, but he traded it to me and he came over and got pissed and made me give it back to him. I was like, what?
I don't even think I corrected him. I was just like, yeah, no, I have them both. I was a bitch.
I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, I have like sort of a story like that, but it's kind of the opposite. I remember being in like, God, how old was I? I was probably in the 7th or 8th grade, and my across the street neighbor, his name was Matt. I remember his dad. Remember Hellbilly Deluxe, that first Rob Zombie CD came out, and I was into it, right? It was everywhere, like fucking every video game, and I had the CD. And I got it from one of those BMG mail order things, right? Get 13 CDs, you buy one, but you never actually buy that CD. And Hellbilly Deluxe was one of them. And I guess his dad liked Rob Zombie, because he was a little older, so he liked White Zombie. He was kind of one of those guys. And he comes over, my friend Matt, and he asked me, "Hey, can I borrow that CD?" I was like, all right, yeah, he's my friend. So I let him borrow it. And back then, CDs were a big deal. Now it's like, whatever, it's a fucking CD. But back then, like, you didn't have anything. I saved up all my allowance to buy CDs.
Right.
And after...
I used to get mine stolen.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was a big thing. But anyway, a month... I don't remember, it was like a month goes by. And I go up to his house because I still didn't get that CD back. And his dad answers, wait, hold on, what did he say? No, I had him give it back to me, and he gave it back to me after I begged him for it. And the next time I saw his dad, I think I went to his door again. His dad answered after his son gave me the CD back, and he goes, "Oh, it's you, the guy that gives somebody a CD and then takes it back." I'm like, what? So what he did was he asked to borrow my CD so he could give it to his dad, like as a gift, birthday present.
What?
And so that's what he did. And so, like I said, next time I saw his dad, I looked like this fucking Indian giver. Like, oh yeah, here's the guy that just gives the stuff back and he wants it back. It was so humiliating. I'm like, I don't even remember if I even tried defending myself. I was just like, what?
Did you ask your friend what the fuck?
I don't remember, but that's a pretty good fucking hustle, isn't it? I'm going to do that.
That's really funny. You know what? I have a story kind of like that. I used to hang out with this kid who actually got me into Mortal Kombat. Like, he would tell me how to do like all the moves and shit. His name was Donnie.
He's the source of all your autism?
Yeah. So like he was older. He was a teenager, and my parents didn't want me around him. He like lived in that. He used to live in the house on the other side of Chris's house, Zach, and he would he would come over and show me shit and give me like strategy guides. One time, me and Ryan were out at his house playing. I was jumping on the trampoline, and we were listening to fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony on tape.
Hell yeah.
And we were leaving. I remember we were walking up the overhead bridge and going towards my house. And I was like, oh, I'll give you $10 for that. And he's like, okay, you'll have to go get it though. You'll have to go get it. So he made me go to his house without him. So I ran there while they were walking. I give him the money. I book it to his house. It's over the bridge. It's like 5 minutes away. I booked it all the way to his house. He told me to go into his house, into his room and get it. I go in there and I'm searching for it. I go upstairs. I come back downstairs. There's a guy in a robe and he's like, what the hell are you doing in my house? Like flipping out. Like, dude, he scared me. He was mad.
I remember this story.
Just some older guy in a robe. I think he was like, didn't have shit under. Like he just jumped out of the shower. Like, who the fuck's here?
Like, well, since you're here,
And
suck this dick.
So I went up into the room and I looked for it. I didn't see anything. And I came down and I said, he's like, what the hell are you doing in my house? Who are you? And I was like, I'm friends with your son or Donnie. And he's like, who the hell are you talking about? I don't know. No, like he was mad and he's like, get out of my house. I'm like so confused. So I leave his house and I run back and they're still walking. And I'm like, was that even your house? And he just laughs. He doesn't say anything. I was like, can I have my money back? I was so confused. I don't know what happened. This kid, I think he was on drugs or something.
That reminds me.
I was so fucking confused.
I had a story like that with a friend that your parents were like, oh, he's a little too old for you, like stuff like that. One time, we were living in that house by Wentz, the greenhouse that was like fucking weird and shit. And like, I'm playing outside with my bike, and some kid walks by with another kid, and like he goes, hey, what's your name? And I'm like, I do like Zach and all this, and like all of a sudden he's like, yeah, you go. He tells his friend, yeah, you go on without me. Oh, it's because he's like, oh, you want to play basketball? Because I had a basketball and there was a hoop in my front yard. He's like, yeah, let's play basketball. He told his friend, yeah, you go ahead without me. I'll meet you later. And so I'm like, cool, man. I just made a new friend, and like, yeah, we're like fucking like it was so funny because like. I knew him for like maybe a span of like 3 weeks. And this whole time, he never gave me a straight answer of what his name was. He would like always say like, oh yeah, my name's Kevin or something like that. So I'd go a day thinking his name's Kevin and then like, oh, that's not my real name and shit like that. And then like,
He was the cable guy.
the name he finally gave me was like Ernest. And I assumed that wasn't a real name, but that was his real name. I found out later.
Oh, you're talking about that creepy dude that got in trouble a lot. Dude, that's who you're talking about. Ernest, what's his name?
Ernest.
Yeah, dude. No, seriously.
I'm going to have to cut that out.
He was like the only guy in town with the name Ernest, and he's like a little bit older than me. But he's gotten in trouble for a lot of creepy shit.
But yeah, but like he ends up leaving, and my dad's like, who's that? I told him like, oh, it's Kevin, because the first time he told me his name's Kevin. He's like, yeah, watch out for him. He might be like trying to take advantage of you or something. He said something like that. But yeah, like looking back now, I can totally see why he knew that. But like, you know, fucking days go by. He was buttering me up. We go places. He's like, oh, you want to go to IGA? I'll show you how to get a free pop. So like, yeah, he showed me this scam. Like, oh yeah, all you gotta do is just go in and tell them that you tried to buy one and it took your dollar, didn't give you one. And oh, that's genius, bro.
Hell yeah, I remember I used to do that too. We used to do that all the time because your mom used to work there. I think my mom did too.
Hey Zach, look at this. Who could it be? Look at this cliffhanger. I wonder who that pixelated image is.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't recognize him.
Who's that Pokemon?
Exactly.
It's just it's clearly fucking Tommy, like an 8-bit Tommy image.
But this is perfect because the cliffhanger is going for my story too. Like what happened with my friend Ernest or Kevin, Ernest, whatever his name was. Find out on the next episode.
Because we're about to load in a moment. We're about to load up the final part to the Green with Evil. All right, so we've got the final episode of Green with Evil queued up. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, play.
Holy fuck.
Hell yeah. Like that was the fucking like longest countdown.
Slowest.
Yeah.
I know, because I thought my video was like buffer. Like, what the fuck's going on? So I was like dragging it out. 3, Chill.
You know, you never told me why you were talking about Havoc.
Oh,
Let me finish my story first.
Yeah, let's finish the Ernest thing.
bring it back. Yeah,
That's a good one.
So yeah, like we went through like a good week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of like he'd come over, we play basketball and like all kinds of shit. And like yeah, there was probably something like that. Like what are you into? And then I tell him something. He'd be like, oh, that's lame. That's for young kids. I'd be like, yeah, I don't like it that much. What are you into?
I'm into pussy.
Me too. But yeah, like
Hell yeah.
one time he comes over and he goes, he basically is like, hey, you wanna trade? You wanted to give a trade? And I'm like, sure. He's like, yeah, you want to trade bikes? And so I'm like, yeah, okay.
he gave you a piece of shit, didn't he?
Yeah. So
You probably had a stolen bike. Dude, that was the thing back in the day. Our cousins would always come over with bikes and give them to us, and later on we'd find out they were stolen.
So then we trade bikes, and he leaves, and then my dad, like, he notices the day after it happened. He's like, yeah, what happened to your bike? And I was like, oh, I traded it with Ernest. And he's like, holy shit. He probably just traded you a bike.
He's like, holy shit, you dumbass.
He probably just traded you a bike that doesn't work, and you traded your brand new bike. And I was like, no, he wouldn't do that to me. We're friends. See, this is the thing. This is what fucking you got to get introduced to the school of hard knocks. It's always hard to go through whenever you're a kid. But yeah, we all go through it.
Holy fuck. That just like opened up something I remembered.
They're drinking alcohol on a kid's show.
Amazing. But yeah, then so basically that was the last time I ever seen him. And yeah, the bike it wasn't fucked up, but what did happen was just like out of nowhere that bike disappeared. And my dad's like, oh, he stole him. Like, yeah, so you gave him a brand new one and he just took the other one. And I was like, leave me alone, Dad. The kid took advantage of me and you're mocking me. And yeah, so like
It's like, what a beta.
that was the last time I ever saw him. And like
Sorry, go ahead.
Weeks later, I remember, basically I put it all together in my mind now, because the first time he saw me, I was next to my, basketball hoop and stuff, and I was with my bike. He was walking with his bike. Obviously something happened to his bike. He's like, I can't drive it home. And then he sees me, he sees a brand new bike, and he's like, hey, I can take advantage of this kid. Hey, I'll see you later. And like buttered me up for like a week or two, and then fucking got me to trade the bike to him and all that shit.
Yeah,
That's a funny thing.
I remember I made a trade like that with a kid where I got the upper hand. I don't know if I took advantage of him like that, but I was living in Florida, and it was this Cuban kid, because they're like all Cuban in Florida, that lived in the neighborhood on the street, and he wanted to come over and look at my games, and he had Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. It just came out, right? Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 just came out on Super Nintendo, and which, obviously now we know is the inferior versions, right? But it had just come out, and I wanted it bad. And I convinced him, but I didn't want to give up something cool for it. I loved my video games. So I picked the most generic-ass shitty video game I had, Winter Olympics, on the Super Nintendo. And I fucking hyped it up. Like, this is the greatest game, man. You don't want that piece of shit. You don't want that piece of shit right there.
Is that the one with all the mini games?
Yeah, it's Winter Olympic mini games, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
And you don't want that piece of shit you got there in your hand. You want this Winter Olympics. This is where it's at. And I convinced him, and we traded it. And he must have went home and realized what fucking shitty piece of shit he walked away with, because not fucking 30 minutes later he came back and he's like, yeah, so this game sucks. I'm like, sorry, all sales are final.
You already took it, Beta.
Yeah, I mean, it was done, and I didn't let him have anything. Well, actually,
see, the only way this would be analogous is if he took the old game and said, "Now fuck off, I get both of them."
He came into my house, and he saw my games and our collections and our systems, because at the time we had Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Sega CD and stuff like that. Like, PlayStation wasn't out and stuff. Or actually maybe it was, but it was really new. It wasn't that old. Anyway, he comes back, and what he says is, you know what, on second thought, I'll let you have that Mortal Kombat 3 for your Sega CD and all your games. I'm like, bitch, we already made the fucking trade. Yeah, I'll take that deal. And I shut the door in his face. And I'm like, he just realized I gave him a punk of shit.
Exactly.
But I'm like, you were in my house. Why didn't you ask to play it?
He gave you a hunk of shit too, though.
Well, at the time, no, that was not a good trade on his part. I fucking enjoyed the shit out of that game.
Exactly. It has Mortal Kombat on it.
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, the closest I was going to get to it was on the Super Nintendo or the arcade. I never got to go to the arcades back then. And I didn't have a fucking or Sega Saturn or anything like that. So that the fact that I could see Ermac and shit on my play that at home, I was excited. But like I said, he was in my house. If he was smart, he could have just been like, "Yeah, can I test this out? I had a Super Nintendo right there. Can I see this awesome game you're trying to sell me?" And just, I mean, I'm sure you're probably right. You wouldn't fuck me over, but just for the sake of it, can I play it for just a second to make sure you're not? I would have had egg in my face because he would have been like, "Man, this game fucking blows."
If you did that to me, you'd had cum on your face too. Yeah. How many times did we see him eat that toilet paper roll painted with the red and white stripes growing up?
Yeah, a lot. Like he's showing off, man. Like they're going through a lot of those in April Grove.
So this is the shot with the
Yeah, look.
He said they're doing the Hitler salute.
And it's funny that's in the fucking intro too. It looks hilarious.
The action figure? Yeah.
You know what's funny is I remember when I'd watch these, I'd be like, why is he so evil? I wish he was good. I'd get so mad. I'd be like, hurry up and turn good.
Remember
Hey,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say before, because we keep forgetting, you want me to talk about Havoc for a second, Mac? Because the rumor is, because they found that they've data mined and found like Combat Pack 2 and 3, right?
Well, yeah, I remember seeing something about him.
Well, the data mining in 2, like there's a third, nobody was really thinking about a third Combat Pack.
Yeah, there is a third.
Yeah, well, I'm saying back when it was coming out, when they had like, mentioned Shiva had leaked and fucking Terminators and Jokers, it all added up to 2 combat packs. But
I forgot all about the other ones. I thought, because they showed them all at the beginning.
Yeah, I know, but they data mined it, and there's actually a third one. So if that's true, pretty much everybody assumes, first of all, Sector and Cyrax are in the game as non-playable, like in the story mode. They're in the game.
I think they're releasing Sector, but not Cyrax.
I know, that was funny because Sector was in the data mine, but not Cyrax. But that makes no fucking sense. Like, they're both playable. Just, how can you have one and not the other? Even though I think...
Didn't they do something before where they put them both into one?
Triborg in the last game?
They had this
Triborg.
Yeah.
Well, no, but they have done that. Like, I don't remember if it was one of the PS2 games. I don't know if it was Deception, but Cyrax was in one game, right? And not Sector. And it's just like so fucking weird. It's like it doesn't work. But anyway, Sector, maybe Cyrax, and then a lot of people are saying Havoc, because Havoc is brought up a lot in the story. But he's not shown, but Havoc would be interesting. But I think it could happen. And I think the guest character,
I want to see fucking Ryko or whatever.
I like how he plays the dagger like a flute, but then the sound that comes out of it is like a fucking trumpet or something.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense. But man, that dagger was the shit. We all wanted that dagger.
That dagger was gay.
It doesn't even look like it could hurt you.
Exactly.
Big hunk of plastic. Aren't knives supposed to be really thin so they could slice you?
Don't make fun of that dagger. I live my life by that dagger.
That Dragon Zord he could pull like a fucking Happy Gilmore and take off his helmet and try to stab somebody.
Yeah.
That's so dank.
How is he blowing through that mask?
He's got a mouth on it. You don't see that mouth?
It's got a little hole.
Yeah, is there a hole? I've never seen a hole.
No, there's no fucking hole.
There's a little hole. It's a gag hole. Look at him. Look at him.
Amazing.
Fuck.
This is what entertained us as kids.
It still kind of entertains me. It's blown by.
It's because you're retarded. Well, it's going by because the time's going to go by regardless whether we're watching this or not.
It's going by fast. There's only 10 more minutes and it's over. I'm kind of getting teary-eyed.
Well, the joke's on you. It would be going by faster if we weren't watching this.
Yeah, I guess technically you're right, man.
This is actually slowing down time.
So,
I'm back, motherfucker.
I could talk about shit about this all day long. Do you want me to start comments now, or you want to read comments when it's over in 10 minutes?
I don't care.
I'm going to read them now because we do have some to get through. But let me see. I'm going to start with... Oh, okay. On our retro episode, Zach's been posting the retro BTM podcast episodes from way back, starting like a decade ago. So if you guys are interested in how we all started, and we talk about these fucking guys like Lush and shit... And eventually we'll get to Corey G. I think you already did get to Corey G.
Damn volcano again.
You'll hear those on those retro episodes we put out, warts and all. Anyway, Oliver Closeoff comments on the Scream Factory, the new Anchor Bay episode we did. It's kind of piggybacking off what Zach was saying. He was giving a shit on the last episode. He says, "Give me widescreen all day long. Those black bars don't bother me. What bothers me is having the edges of the screen cut off to fill the whole TV. Widescreen is how the director meant the film to be seen." And
Exactly. They don't know how aspect ratios work back in the day.
And, that podcast is really old, and I think Todd and I were talking out of school with that one. It was, now Netflix and all these different streaming services, this is before they were HD. Netflix wasn't HD. So now it's like now I've witnessed all my old shit that I like to watch, like The Simpsons and stuff, where they've converted them to that. And it's like, yeah, this isn't cool at all. So yeah, I take it all back. Let's see, Ishmael Premier. He comments on, this is all Scream 2 here coming up. On the Scream 2 commentary, he says the day has arrived. You guys see the trailer for the new Bill and Ted? I've heard so many of the channel's commentaries, and there have been numerous times you guys have spoken out about the third B&T flick. I kind of feel happy for you guys. The wait is practically over. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to it.
I thought it was good. I mean, was it Mac that was saying it was underwhelming, or was that Josh James?
Josh James said that.
Yeah, I didn't say it.
See, I don't think so. I think it's perfect because
I just think Keanu Reeves looks out of place.
Yeah, well, somebody commented in one of the trailers on YouTube, like, how come he's not smiling at all? And Ted was always smiling.
Yeah, he looks like he has lipos, or not lipo, but Botox injections. Like he's like, doesn't move.
Well, he just looks depressed. Like, remember, Ted's always like smiling. So, we don't know what the story is, man. Maybe there's a reason why he's not smiling. Who knows? But I don't think it was underwhelming at all. That's what Josh was saying. I think it's perfect because now trailers come out and they give you the whole fucking plot and it ruins shit. But that is a perfect trailer. They don't need to show us the story because they know what audience they're playing to. I think they pretty much accept that this is not going to be for young kids. If they pick up a couple of younger gen kids that are into Keanu Reeves because he's got this resurgence going on, that's a bonus for them. But they know they're playing to us, the older fans, and we're going to go see it anyway. So all we need to see to get excited is video of fucking Keanu and Alex Winters on screen together with death for like half a second. And we're excited. We're sold.
It's just weird, though, because Alex, you can tell he's trying to play his character. Like, he sounds just the same. I agree. Like, he does the and then Keanu Reeves is just like kind of, it just feels lazy. I don't know.
I will reserve, judgment on it because they didn't show enough. But I, like I said, I, for one, am looking forward to.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, look at that. I'm looking forward to.
Fucking smashes that mountain.
I'm looking forward to going into this movie. I'm sure they'll reveal more. I'm sure they'll have more trailers and it'll probably give more away. But I'm going to try to avoid those because it's not that long of a wait. But I'm looking forward to going into a theater and seeing that movie and not knowing what the fucking story is at all.
Assuming it comes to theaters.
Yeah, assuming it comes to theaters. I could see them pulling a VOD thing like The Hunt or whatever. But no, I mean, because this way I have no expectations. With what they've shown me, I have zero expectations. It's only up from here.
I'm trying to go in with very little expectation. I'm trying to just assume it's going to be like, oh, yeah, it's going to be super Hollywood. It's going to be everything you hate. And then, hopefully I go in and I'm, because I kept the expectations low, I'm able to enjoy it.
And we know and we acknowledge, just go in like it's not going to be as good as the last movie. It's impossible. Mm-hmm. The last movie came out when we were kids. It came out fucking 30 years ago almost. It's not even going to be the same fucking thing. It's going to be totally different, but just expect that. I'm excited.
That prison scene's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I forgot about that.
You like it?
It's kind of dark. Well,
that's cool.
It's going to be dank.
I think it's going to be fucking funny.
They're all fucking ripped and have excellent on their chest or like on their stomach. Like Johnny Cage style.
See, I'm glad that it's the same writers writing it.
Yeah, at least they have that.
But that's literally the only like bit they gave us in the trailer because the rest of it was a bunch of quick shit. It wasn't much, and they showed death for half a second. But that was like the only comment.
What if they do the quintessential fucking? What's my tattoo say? Excellent. What's mine say? It says sweet,
dude. Yeah.
No, what's mine say?
I hope so. Hey, but anyway, I was commenting to Ishmael too that we need to probably make that one an event. So however it comes out, if it's theatrical, hopefully, we need to go see it ASAP, and we need to do a podcast after that day. like a review. And then we, of course, need to do a commentary. That'll probably come later. But I think we got to do a podcast and talk about that one ASAP. That one's special. It's been 30 years. And then if it is VOD, if they go that route, well, then we could technically do a commentary for it too. But
I remember growing up as a kid, I always thought that if there's no way they're going to make Bill and Ted 3 unless I become a director and make it. So it actually happened. It's crazy.
well, you still kind of willed it into existence. You know, I give you credit.
Hooray!
But I remember
Amazing.
Ay, ay, ay.
I explained that the first DVD I ever bought when I got my first real job that wasn't like a paper route was Bill and Ted, the first one. I bought it on DVD. And they were talking about that fucking sequel, that third movie back then. Mm-hmm. That was, fuck, man, 2000, 2001? They've been talking about it for 20
Even
years.
his glove has missing a finger.
No, because it's a Japanese
He
guy.
just has a flap. It's just a flap there. It doesn't even do anything.
Yeah, I always thought about that too, the flap. Yeah. All right. Scream 2 as well. Maxwell Unash says, I think the first 3 Scream movies are pretty consistent in quality. I suspect that 2 and 3 shitting the bed with the whodunit aspect are the major reason for the negative reception of the sequels.
Listen to that shit.
What? Yeah, it changes. It's a whole team of horns. But no, I don't know. I think the second one is in its own way. I could see how someone would think that's just as good. The third one, man, I can't see that one being as good as the first 2.
You thought we were going to give you the third one with this episode, didn't you?
We psyched you out. Well,
Just when you think you got all the answers, we changed the question. Bitches.
and that's not to say that we won't do
we
3 and
go.
4, and it's not to say that we won't do it soon. I think we're doing Cyborg Month next month. Have we kind of all but accepted that, or are we doing that?
Fucking cool, dude. When I saw this, I nutted.
Hell yeah.
This is the fucking Omega.
The Ultra Zord?
It's the Omega Zord, baby.
And what's funny is it doesn't really do anything any more special than the last one. It kills the monster in one blow.
Exactly. It's fucking Godzilla, baby.
But I mean, like the Megazord,
Omegazilla.
the Megazord did that too.
Exactly.
What does it help? Adding the Dragonzord to it.
This one's bigger.
Just stop it, man. Just let it be.
All right, let's see.
I will avenge you, my queen.
Devin Dungan says on Scream 2, brand new to the channel, he says, and I discovered it through the Detroit Rock City commentary. Classic
Hell yeah.
movie. I've been going back and going through the older videos, and I'm really enjoying them. Keep these videos going.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
And we all know whose idea was to do Detroit Rock City.
Mine, baby. Mine.
That's Zach. That was Zach's 5-head idea. I'll give him that.
Aaron never even heard about it. What a beta.
I had heard about the movie. I remember when it fucking was out, man.
Aaron's a beta, didn't ever watched it. He heard about it, but never watched it. That's even worse. You knew it existed and didn't watch it.
I used to read Metal Edge magazine, and I remember reading an article where it was they were interviewing Kiss behind the scenes on the movie on set. But I remember that fucking movie. I just never had seen it at the time. But no, man, we're stoked. Yeah, go through. Like I said, there's 10 years worth of fucking podcasts on here. Well, no, not really, because we didn't actually get on YouTube till much later. But we're uploading the archives. We're on all the podcast
Thanks, man.
services.
That rocks hard.
There's did he say that? Is that what he said? He
He says, thanks, man.
Oh, okay. But yeah, man. Welcome aboard, man. Don't be shy. Keep throwing comments and throw us suggestions too. As somebody with fresh ears and eyes, let us know what you want to see on the channel, or if you have any recommendations for some commentaries. All right. Chris, how do we pronounce this game again? I forgot. He told us last time. I think it was Chris Ridzi CR. Was that how he corrected us? Anyway, well, he might get his wish. He says, "What's up? How are you guys doing? I'm still waiting for you guys to prank call me."
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Anyway,
Fuck off, dude.
Scream to David Capper. He says, quotes of this episode. Quote, would you DL his Hughley? Quote, what dat pussy do? And, quote, Val Coomer.
Fuck yes.
BTM perfection.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, dude, fuck yeah. Those are all Zach and Matt quotes.
Exactly. He's basically saying we don't even fucking need you on the show.
Yeah, I guess not. Well, it's funny, though, when I'm on here, it's like I'm a straight man act with 2 clowns. Someone's got to keep it tied together.
Yeah, which is funny and ironic because you're the only gay one here.
I opened that one up for
You're
you.
the only clown. We're the gay ones. What?
You did open it up and we fucked it every time.
You opened up the sewer and brought Rita out.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay. All right.
Cuck.
All right. On the Scream 1 commentary, Mutineer says, At the 33:15 mark, he says, I don't know. I remember cell phone companies incessantly calling on the landline and trying to give me free cell phones back in the 90s. Their salespeople couldn't believe I didn't want one and usually tried to argue me into it. I have no idea what a plan cost back then, but maybe Aaron is right and those plans were insanely expensive or something. I still don't understand why people actually want the whole world up their ass 24/7. I mean, Zach has at least the whole block in his ass every night, but they had to have been expensive. They had to have been, because it was literally only the richest of the rich that had car phones and cell phones. I mean, if they were cheap, everybody except for Zach Morris would also had a cell phone on that damn show. But I don't know. I was a fucking kid. I don't know what it cost. I mean, when I was a kid, just from your landline, calling costs money. Calling long distance, calling across the state costs like $0.25 a minute. You know what I mean? Like, everything feels so expensive back then compared to today, where you just put WhatsApp on your phone and you can fucking text people in Japan if you wanted to.
Did I remember when we actually had the outside phones, and they had one by Save-A-Lot when it was Pages?
Pay phones, you mean?
Well, yeah,
outside phones.
Remember, Zach, remember at your parents' wedding, I dialed 911?
Yeah, it's free. Yeah. Free call.
I dialed 911. I kept doing it and hanging up, and they came. They came there, and I got in trouble. My parents beat my ass.
Oh, really?
They did come.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The outside, one of them outside phones.
Yep.
Payphone. Exactly. All right. William Lowry on Scream 2. He says, Bill and Ted 3 looks great. Hopefully we get a commentary on Alex Winter's Freaked before the movie comes out. Pauly Shore has found second life through YouTube. His channel has 55,000 subscribers, yet Revival House has only 3,800. We actually have going on 3,900. But he says someone's got their numbers mixed up. I fucking agree with you, man. We deserve to be way bigger than Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore is amazing.
Let's see. He says he actually makes a pitch. He says, y'all are looking for podcasts to expand the Revival House brand with, because we had mentioned that. He says, I can talk with my friend Matt about doing a gaming podcast. It would allow us to talk more about gaming news, what's happening in the industry, and what we've been playing, etc. Will, I think that's a fucking awesome idea. We keep putting it out there that anybody that is interested on joining the network to helping it grow, shoot us an email, man. I mean, you have all our information. Shoot. I say if he's down, the most important thing in the world is make sure whoever it is, if it is Matt, make sure he's down to be consistent with it. That's the only thing. Because a lot of people will get something started and someone will fall by the wayside. I remember when Josh James started doing his podcast and his host dropped out after the first episode, right? And then it kind of became a solo thing. And you might be able to pull off a solo thing. I don't know. But I say for you and anybody else that maybe has an idea for a pitch, do an episode. Do an episode and then shoot it over to us and we'll listen to it and we'll see how it is. And maybe if we have any feedback or something. But I mean, worst comes worst, man. You can always fucking do one yourself too.
I mean, it doesn't matter either. I mean, our first episodes, we didn't really know what the hell we were doing.
Yeah. No, he's been getting his rocks off on his own show, man. He's been getting better. I mean, he's like, I remember he already had his like first episode stuff going on, but now him and Matt on their show, they're becoming pretty well seasoned with it. So I'm not concerned with that, but I would be interested, Will, to see what kind of format you guys would do. But yeah, no, I'm totally down with it if you guys are. Fucking draw something up and fucking shoot it our way and we'll see what's up. But we definitely want a gaming-centric podcast on the network. I mean, that's always going to be beneficial. It's all anybody wants to fucking talk about these days anyway. Fuck, dude. If you had a good gaming podcast on our network, you'd probably be the biggest fucking show on the network. Anyway, Scream 2 as well. Adrian Mendoza says, my comment was taken down. I think it was too dirty. Sad face emoji.
What the fuck? Why are you still doing that?
And I told him, I said, well, when I get around to a PC, I would check it out to see if it went to one of those folders or something, because I know there's like a spam or inappropriate that they throw in a folder sometimes for review. I'm not sure. I thought Zach turned that feature off. But I don't know, Zach, if you're near a computer, man, feel free to look and see what the deal is there. But I'm sure it was really dirty, to be fair. Last time you commented, you did a whole rape fantasy with me and fucking some stock boy. It
wasn't a rape fantasy. You were into it.
Oh.
He's like, oh.
I was consenting. I forgot. But yeah, maybe Zach will dig it up in a second and see if we can find it. And lastly, I'm going to read, I love this comment, man. On Back to the Future, the commentary, Maxwell Unash says, if I travel back in time to impregnate my mom, will I finally have a father?
Hell yes.
No, because you'd leave too, you sick fuck.
No, that's deep, man. There's issues there. And it's true, man. A lot of kids don't have fathers, man. They grow up fatherless. They grow up without that male role model. And if only we could all travel back in time
And fuck our moms.
so they can fuck their mothers, so they can have a father figure that's reliable.
What are you doing? A Back to the Future?
Yeah, that's what he's commenting on. Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, rock on. So, no, thanks guys for the comments. What do we got here? So the episode ended like fucking 11 minutes ago. We've been watching a totally different episode.
Didn't you notice that time started moving fast again?
Because we weren't watching.
Yeah, I have mine paused.
Anywho, man, thanks guys for all the comments. And yeah, to kind of piggyback what Will was saying too, anybody else has any ideas for any new shows, if you guys are into podcasting, or you guys have any ideas, or you know, you got it doesn't have to be what we already cover. It could be different genres, different takes, different styles of whatever you guys want to have, or if you want to throw our way. Email us at revivalhousenetwork@gmail.com. Any ideas you want. And by all means, if you guys have a show or you want to get in, you don't have to be professionals or anything like that. Fucking just start one with your friend if you've never done it before, and shoot us an episode and we'll listen to it. So
Shoot us a nut.
shoot us a nut and we'll suck it up like the fucking naughty Nunu on Teletubbies. And as usual, anybody that's a first time listener,
You knew his name? What the fuck?
Naughty Nunu on Teletubbies, yeah, Naughty Nunu. And he used to come out when they'd spill their tubby custard, and it would slurp it all up. They go,
I've heard enough.
Amazing.
yeah,
We should do an episode of that.
yeah. Just I'm the Naughty Nunu, Zach's the putty.
I want to be the baby.
You could be the baby. She just laughs. But no, anyway, like I said, if you guys are first-time listeners, new to the channel, I don't know where you guys are at. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. Share us with everybody you know.
No.
If you're not on the podcast services, click on the links below in the YouTube videos, etc. It'll take you to all the free feeds on podcast services. We're everywhere you want to be with that. So, I mean, whatever your poison is, give us feedback there. Give us 5-star ratings. Help us grow even further. So, yeah, so we can fucking quit our jobs.
So we can fuck your moms while you watch and cry like little whiny bitches.
Or like you could pay us to.
Well, on Max, no, not so subtle comment. If you guys wanted to support us outside of listening to the channel, which that's all I could really ever ask for, we do have a Teespring. Check out the links below. And if you want to buy a shirt or something, man, Teespring kicks us back a nice profit from that. And the designs are cool and the shirts are quality. Other than that, we have a Patreon as well. Go check that out. And give us feedback on the Patreon. Whatever you guys want. We're interested in hearing what you guys think would be cool to enhance the perks or change stuff around, because we can change that shit anytime. But ultimately, we would love to be able to get enough support to where we can put more man hours into this, because, you know, we're just regular dudes. We all work full-time gigs. We got to put bread on the table other ways.
Yeah, we got essential jobs, so send us money.
But, you know, like I said, if it's in our fucking power to do so, we want to be able to give you guys extra content, even exclusive content. We would like to go even harder for you guys, and deeper and longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also check out, we're also doing a Let's Play for Resident Evil 7, baby.
Yeah, that's ongoing. We got part 1 up.
So check that out. We got that going on live, YouTube, baby.
And if you guys are new to the network as well, remember we have other shows in the network. Mac and Zach Save the World. They do their. Did you guys record a new episode lately? You guys did, didn't you?
Maybe.
Okay, you guys don't want to give it away?
Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't.
Okay, check out Mac and Zach Save the World. And the other shows and other things that we got on the channel is a whole bunch of shit, man. 10 years going back. There's tons of content. I envy the fool that stumbles across us now, the best kept secret on the internet, because you have entertainment for the next year. I always get the blues when I find a new channel and I finally run out after I binge fucking all this archived content. So, enjoy it. But that's all we got for now. Catch us next week. I don't know what we're doing yet, so I don't want to promote it, but I think next month we're going to try and we're going to go back to exploitation, because we've taken a break from the exploitations. And if Zach, unless he has anything to say about it, cyborg exploitation.
RoboCop?
No, well, cyborg exploitation. We're thinking RoboCop 1, RoboCop 2, T1, and T2. That's a perfect month right there. I think so too. Anyway, we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye-bye, puppets.
Motherfucker.
End of the week at the Revival House. Next month's theme, you gotta figure it out.
Italian zombies or Pauly Shore, a slasher with a knife and the girl next door. And 1 second in, get it all queued up and ready, hit play in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye puppet, Zach Pete and a solo cut band. Couldn't this camera's loving, Joshua Scott failed and Riverman's bail. Bye bye puppets. Sounds good, like this country used to.
Motherfucker.
Motherfuck.
Motherfucker.
Motherfuck.